Hello, everyone. Oh, and welcome to another edition of Like It Really Is with Bamboo and Friends. Just want to welcome everybody today. Happy Monday. Another day. Another day. Like people say, another day to make it right. It's a blessing. We got to thank God for every day that we get another chance to do the right thing. So I want to say, first of all, thank you for coming into my room and being a part of the program, just reaching out and checking us out. We come on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. We're located in New York City. I want to also mention that everybody that has me on Facebook, please, you know, um, come over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel and be a part of the program and check us out what we do daily. Yes, definitely. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera real quick. We have some guests coming in today, and I want to let you meet them. We're going to continue the conversation that we had last week, Friday. I'm going to get adjusted. You guys just sit back and hang out for a second, and we'll get right to it. All right? Hang with us. All right, yo, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. We in the building. We are in the building. We are in the building. Hello, everyone. Again, thank you for coming in to my channel. I sent some links out to some people. We got some guests supposed to be coming in. Hopefully, they know how to get in and log in. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope everybody did everything they wanted to do. Spend time with the people they wanted to spend time with. New York was off the chain yesterday. It was very, very active, very crazy. People outside riding their four-wheelers and, bikes going up and down the block. Crazy, 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 you know. But we are here and we're trying to do things and make things happen. Um, I just want to have a couple of announcements. I wanted to drop down on you guys. First of all, before I let our co-host come in, I want to let you know that if you are on Facebook, once again, if you're on Facebook, please move over to YouTube, go to Like It Really Is with Bamboo and Friends, and friend us. Ring that bell so you could be the first person to get a message. So I mean, we can't. We need all the people that we can get. Anybody that wants to be a part of the family. We're gonna have a lot of things going on. We're gonna have breakdance. People that do electric boogie, people that regular ordinary people, not just famous people. We're gonna talk to ordinary people. We're gonna get the word on the streets. We're gonna chop it up with some OGs. We're gonna get some knowledge of self, and that's how we're gonna build. We're gonna try to you know use this channel as a tool to not only enlighten but also you know uh, motivate and inspire people that are willing to achieve. And so we need to come together, especially in these times, so that we could, because it's really bad times. I mean, if you can't feel the tension in the streets and the tension in the world, then I don't know if some people may be living in a little bit of a bubble. But this place back here, nope, this place back here is um, it's here, but it's not all the way here. Um, so again, log on to us if you're on Facebook. If you're friends of mine, just please come to YouTube right now. We got some merch that's coming out. We got some shirts and some sweaters. A lot of stuff that I'm doing for um, this program here, but I'm also putting a lot of money and stuff into the Savia program. So, and if you don't know about the Savia program, go over to YouTube also as well, the Savia program, and what I mean, just come in, subscribe on that channel too as well. Subscribe on that channel too as well, because we need the support over there too. We're gonna once we get the kids, safe and everybody's vaccinated or whatever the case may be, we're gonna have these kids come through, but nobody wants to get catch anything or anything like that. So we want to keep things safe as possible. Um, okay, on the messenger with Shonda Williams. Okay, so once again, I got people that are trying to contact me and connect with me. I'm gonna take this moment. Oh, let me pull Lisa in, and Lisa can probably keep it going while I'm in the midst of doing this here. So Lisa, I hope you're ready because we're about to pull you in now. Oh, she left for a second. She'll be back. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me explain to you something. I can't do this by myself. In order for me to, do something that is a project, you need a team of people in order to help you in the process. I'm very lucky to be able to have two people right now. Matter of fact, more than two people. Let's not get it twisted. I got more than two people that's got my back on this project, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all to the fullest for the support. Now, this young lady that's coming in, she is a radio personality out in Florida, and she will drop down her information to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Let's uh, let her in. That's Lisa. How you doing, Lisa?
Hey, Bamboo.
How's it going
Thank you
today?
so much. I am blessed and highly favored. I'm happy to be here on the Like It Really Is show with Bamboo and Friends.
All
Thank
right,
you
all
so
right.
much.
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was really good. Florida weather was a little rainy this weekend, so I couldn't hit the beach as much as I'd like.
Right,
But
right.
I, uh, Wasn't
What you
in
did?
New Jersey. How was the weather there in the New Jersey and New York area?
Well, I must say, give me a second. I must say that today was not too much of a bad day.
Sorry about that. Today,
It's all
today,
good.
wa- today was not too much of a bad day. Um, it was more of like summer's about to go away and
Yeah,
get ready because it's about to get cold out here. So
really.
that's basically what kind of day it was.
Mm.
Um, it's a lot going on in Manhattan. In New York. Thank God you're out there in Florida. What's going on out
Well,
there in Florida?
Florida is good this time of year, but I'll be honest, I'm a Jersey girl originally from Philadelphia. I like to watch the leaves turn colors. I like to see the foliage. Like, I like to see the seasons change. It's great being in Florida, but living on the East Coast where we live, we get to experience things that Floridians don't get to experience, because down here it's kind of, I guess, sort of going into maybe the rainy season where, one minute the sun will be out and the next it's like downpour.
Yeah,
But guess what? I've seen so many rainbows the last couple of days. So I just look at that as a
right.
good omen and a good sign that everything that we're embarking upon is positive, it's good, that God's blessing us with his favor, with his promises. And, I'll say a morning prayer and then I'll look up and this is a big, beautiful rainbow. Like, you don't see rainbows a lot in New Jersey and New York. Like Florida, you see them all the time. And I just, I'm a real spiritual person. So when I see a rainbow, I just get excited. So this
Yeah,
morning when I
they
said my
had a
prayers the
rainbow.
other day,
Yeah,
have you seen
rain.
any rainbows?
Actually, there was one that was right here, right down the block from me,
Like
and
when?
two,
Recently?
2 days
Recently?
ago. 2 days ago.
Bamboo.
Yeah,
That's the
I mean,
same rainbow we saw here in Florida. That's a
oh yeah,
great omen. That is a great sign. That means it's you. If you saw the rainbow, I saw the rainbow. Tone Roan saw the rainbow. Did Mama
okay.
Rhonda see the rainbow?
No, she didn't catch the rainbow. She
Well,
definitely didn't catch the rainbow, but I guess but the thing is, I'm not, listen, the rain is a beautiful thing. I've seen everybody standing and stopping, looking just to see what this rainbow was. It was just everybody was in awe. So I just took a picture of it, and it was actually going away. But it's all good though. So your weekend was pretty basic, not too exciting, just simple.
same old basic things. I was excited because, I'm excited about this broadcast. I'm excited about the things that we're about to do. I'm excited about being involved with this from the ground up with you and Mama Rhonda. And I again want to just thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to be a part of your platform. Um, I've been in media for a long time, but we all have different gifts that we bring to the table. So there's a number of people, all the people that Bamboo. You could have chosen anyone to, be your co-host or to be the person that, you bring on the air with you every week. You didn't have to choose me. So I'm just saying, thank you for
Uh,
the opportunity. I'm
uh,
looking forward to, taking this ride with you. And I just
you
know it's
you don't
going to
have to thank
continue.
me anymore. You don't have to thank me anymore. You already sat here, and we got you here. You don't have to thank me no more. So you good. Just
I'm just saying,
no, yeah, no. I'm just letting you know that
teamwork
you are
makes the
definitely, huh?
teamwork makes the dream work. And I'm just happy to be a part of your team, you and
No,
Mama Rhonda, because you guys built this from the ground up. I feel like I'm the third wheel coming in. But again, there
well,
are many people that you're connected to, many people that many people that you could have said, you didn't have to connect with me.
yeah,
But
but
the fact
see,
that you did, big things are going to happen. Are you ready? Woo, 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 woo.
yeah,
Are
no,
you
I'm ready. But see, I don't make, and I thank you very much for the accolades. But once again, you did not have to you did not have to. I mean, your time is of importance too as well, right? And I see it like this. You know, you could have been doing something else. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to take out your time to be here on this channel. You know, you could be, you know, enjoying your night. You know, right now you could, you know. So
No, it's
I
all
mean,
good.
it's a
We're a
blessing to have.
family.
It's a blessing, and it's you know, I'm definitely appreciative, you know, of you of being here. Right now, as I talk to you, I'm multitasking because we know we have guests coming on, and
Yes.
yeah,
Do you want to
actually,
give us a little background about the guest, or do you want me to talk about Tone Roan and some of his new designs? Because,
okay,
Tone Roan and Step Your Shirt Up, he's got a lot of things going on. He can do all of
right.
your custom T-shirt designs.
Well,
Um,
we got a commercial and stuff like that, so we're gonna drop the
I know
commercial.
that commercial was
Yeah,
beautiful. Can you make
yeah,
a commercial for me?
yeah,
I mean, I don't mean to
definitely,
be all unprofessional
definitely.
all on video, but you got skills, Bamboo.
Yeah, you know, well, you know, I, you know, definitely, you know, try to support my brothers and you know,
Yes. Great
and
job on the video, I must say. I previewed it earlier before the show. And, I'm in media 25 years. Great video.
I
Great
appreciate you.
job.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
So just excuse me while I'm multitasking at the same time you see me moving from one direction
While
to
he's
another.
multitasking, I'll just
Right.
talk.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know,
So
okay.
we'll just talk.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
just talk. Me and you,
I'm with you.
LD and Bamboo. Where's Mama Rhonda? Is she coming on the air tonight? Are we doing the live chat? Because we got
Actually,
Nita
actually,
H and
yeah.
Zamilla,
Oh, wait, wait.
our regulars that check in with us, shouting out to all the supporters of our
Yeah, yeah,
show. Thank you for your support, for always watching, for your comments. We appreciate it. But
definitely.
understand, you are also being a part of something from the ground up, So, like, we need you to continue to support the broadcast, and we love you being on the live chat. We love your feedback. We love your interaction. And the show needs the support of our viewers.
We
So,
sure do. We sure
shout
do.
out to
And
Nita.
how do we?
You got a lot of loyal viewers, Bamboo. I mean, you know their names. I don't know them, but the
Well, you know
couple
what?
times that I've co-hosted, I see that you have followers that tune in every week, every week to listen to what we're talking about. And I just want to say I appreciate you tuning in and being a part of the broadcast, because you make us what we are. It's a group effort. Teamwork makes the dream work. So all
That's
the
a
people
fact.
that join in on our live chat, we appreciate the comments. We appreciate your feedback. We appreciate you
Hello,
being
Nita.
a part of the broadcast, because it's important.
Yes,
You know,
Nita's definitely in the building.
oh, Nita H is here. Hey, Nita H. I love Nita H. Thank you, Nita H. Thank you for being a part of the broadcast. I'm Lisa Diane, as you know, the Florida correspondent. And I just appreciate you, sister. Thank you. You are a queen, sister. You are a Black queen, and we appreciate your support to the broadcast of
What I wanted
Bamboo and Friends.
what I wanted to do, right, in the first beginning, because I thought it was kind of important to talk about this, and this is breast awareness month, right?
Yeah,
And I think that is important that, like, a lot of women, you know, go get their breasts checked out, you know,
absolutely.
and this is something. Oh, okay, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing you're doing there. That's a beautiful thing. All right, now I see you. I see you there, Nita. Nita is definitely multitasking in the building. Definitely. Um, so I wanted to speak about breast awareness. This topic is really, like, hits me kind of close because I remember I had a friend that had breast cancer, and you know she went through the whole phase of you know they cut her breast off. Um, she went to some hospitals out here, like the Breast Cancer Association out here in New York City, and you know, she wind up jumping from one cancer place to another cancer place in Jersey, to another place in California, because she had this rare kind of a disease that the in her breast, and she was like, to be honest with you, she when I lived in Poughkeepsie, she worked for the Chamber of Commerce, and she supported my programs. She supported everything that I had, and she's gone. You know, so maybe
Well,
we can find out if people have have you know uh, uh, done this checkup. You know, we got my boy Dino in the building right now. You know what I'm saying? Stand by, Dino. I got you.
hey,
Um,
Dino,
yeah.
the,
So
the breast cancer awareness thing, it's a really serious issue because it touches upon a lot of people. Um, I I know people right now as we speak. My next door neighbor, not that I'm trying to put all her business out, but she's currently going through chemotherapy fighting breast cancer.
right, right,
So, women, it's very important that you get your mammogram. It's very important that you do your monthly self breast checks. Um,
that's a
because
fact.
it's real. It's a real situation. There's a lot of people out here that are leaving here from breast cancer and different forms of cancer. But this being October and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we want to make sure that all of our listeners out there take the time to get your mammogram, take the
Yes,
time to go to your doctor, because you just can't roll up, and be like, yo, I want a mammogram. You know what I mean?
yes,
There are steps that you need to go through to get that. And
right,
if you don't have health coverage, there are programs where you can Google online. And maybe these are things that we need to bring about, because there's people that have health insurance and there's people who don't have health insurance.
right,
So if you don't have health insurance, like I can't go get to I can't go get a mammogram because a mammogram costs about $5,000 to $10,000. And if you don't have health insurance to cover those fees, then what do I do? You know what I'm saying? But in every community, there are there are funds that are given to. Like I said, I'm medically trained and I've worked in healthcare. So I know that the government gives funding to every municipality for mammogram testing for
right,
certain disease states where people who don't have the means to pay to go get a mammogram, they can go to different facilities to get it free of charge. So
right.
these are things
No,
that
and
we
that's a
need
good
to
and that's a
really
and
be aware of.
no, that's definitely a fact. We definitely have to do that, and so I just wanted to let people know that if you have a situation where you feel a lump or anything, in your breast, please don't hesitate. Go get it checked out. Because we're
Go get
losing
it
a lot of
checked out.
people to this cancer, and we really got to. We could find a vaccine for COVID. Why we can't find a vaccine for cancer? All right. So listen, last week, I had a part one of the story about my life and the things that I've endured through my life, and I think we talked. We got to a certain point, and I want to go a little bit further, and I want to bring on somebody that has been a part of my journey, and we have grew up in the same area. We've danced together and elect break dance together back in the days, and he's done things from his time period of dancing. I've done things in my time period of dancing, but we came together, right? And these are And I think they were around at the time, and I don't think, I know they were around at the time when I was doing a lot of things for the community, doing a lot of things for the kids. So without further ado, I got to bring in my brother right now. He's not only is he a break dancer, a OG legend. He is a good friend of mine. He's a part of the Mud Men. Now, people don't know about the Mud Men.
Mudman.
Yes, yes. There's a new definition for mudmen, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But I'm gonna bring my brother on. Without further ado, my man in the building, Dino D. What up, Dino?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, my brother. How you doing today?
Alhamdulillah, inshallah.
Yes,
Um,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessings, blessings. So I was letting everybody know we were speaking about, back in the days, telling stories of stuff that we've done back in the days. Now, let's start off with you first before we go into me. Now, you started breakdancing. How long have you been doing breakdancing? You know, back in the days. How long have you been doing it? Or when
I
did
started,
matter of fact, when did you start? How about that?
I came from Maryland. I was living with my father. I came from Maryland. My mother had moved to 207th Street.
Right.
And there I met Crazy Legs and Rockwell Incorporated. Uh, there was a guy named Joe Green from Dykeman Projects. You could say he was a nobody, but the guy was raw. That was my teacher. My second teacher was Frank Bell.
Right.
Uh, we had a mutual friend, and I liked the girl, and she invited me to her birthday party. He was dating her best friend, so that's how me and Frank met.
Okay.
At that time, I was going to PS52 in Inwood,
Okay.
and when Frank found out that I was around those guys, he said for some reason they had blackballed him. I don't know why, what happened between them or whatever, but he wanted me to get his revenge.
Right.
So he taught me all of his secret moves, the Charlie Chaplin, so on and so forth. So the only thing I really knew how to do when I met Frank Bell was moonwalk. My footwork was crazy. I didn't know how to tick. I didn't know how to wave or none of that. And one day I was at the game room and the guys were together dancing. And they said, he said, you know how to rock? I said, yeah, I know how to rock. Don't forget, I'm coming from Maryland. That's Chuck Brown, the Soul Searchers, Bootsy Collins and all of them. So I started doing the rock. I started doing rock, rocking side to side, dropping it down, the Anita Bell type, ring my bell type thing. And they laughed at me so hard, man. They laughed at me so hard. And Crazy Legs just started doing the footwork and got down on the ground and hit the back spins to the head spins to the hand spins. And I was amazed. That was the first time I had saw it personally. So Richie Cologne.
So let me ask you a question, right?
First one.
First, I want to say hello to Nita and say love you as well, Nita. Thank you for the support. Thank you for chiming in. We love you and appreciate you. So let me ask you a question about the time that breakdancing, was evolving, and let's talk about the energy that young people were going through at that period of time and how breakdancing could have saved people's lives. You know, you know, can you speak a little bit about the time, that what it was like back in that time? When did you start dancing? When did you
Before I
start
started
dancing?
dancing, I was an outlaw.
And what year was that?
That was probably about 76.
In
So they sent me
76.
away. They sent me away from New York. When I came back, the dancing had started. So my mother wouldn't allow me to be in the gang. She gave me hell for that. So I started. I had to find another interest. The graffiti is what caught my interest. Because there's five parts to hip hop. Dougie Fresh made the last one, but the first four parts is the graffiti, the DJ, the breakdancing, and the MCs. So I started.
Lisa, feel free. I'm sorry. I might cut in real quick, but that's only because I got a lot of things I'm managing. Lisa, feel free to chime in and ask any questions to this brother, as pertaining to what we actually talking about. So, Yeah, go ahead, Dino. Say what was you got to continue what you were saying.
So the transition from being a gang member to being a dancer was kind of awkward for me because I wasn't used to being out in the daytime having fun.
Right,
In the Bronx, everything was done at night.
right.
After your parents go to sleep, you sneak out the fire escape and go do your thing and make sure you make it back before mom wakes up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the graffiti was still kind of challenging too because we used to get chased by the police. We had rival crews like the Ball Busters. Once you go past 181st Street, you're in danger. So I found excitement in that.
Right.
Once people started getting shot and killed in the layups is the ghost yard on 207th Street. We would go there and do our pieces, or if you didn't do pieces, you could get up like writing your name, tagging your name.
So,
So I was
Dino, I don't mean to cut in, but like being a graffiti artist, does any of your work still remain on the walls anywhere in New York? Have you bombed any walls recently?
No, I don't do that because it's
Taking a
called
pad?
vandalism. It's called vandalism now.
I know, but you know, it's still artwork. You need to come here to Miami and come to Wynwood where you could just, graffiti and just, do your thing.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
just
about
saying.
going to some galleries. I do stuff online, and if somebody needs something, I'll write a name for them or whatever. But I wasn't too much into characters.
Uh,
So once Mayor Koch made it a law that we couldn't break dance in public and we couldn't do graffiti because it was considered vandalism, we were getting beat up by the cops and so on and so forth. I tried to be a civil servant. I joined the Guardian Angels for about
I
maybe
remember Guardian Angels. Yes, they were in Philly big time.
I
Does,
was
does
I
the
was
Guardian Angels still exist?
yes
I
they
yes,
mean,
they
do.
not
do.
being old school, but are they
Yes they
still
do.
out there, the Guardian Angels?
Yes they are.
Okay.
And at that time I was having problems with adults, so I didn't like being told what to do. So I didn't stay a Guardian Angel for too long and
Okay.
went back
So
full fledged, started trying to DJ. I
right.
never wanted to be an MC. And the break thing that pretty much came to end once I had my first son because I had to get a job, a real job.
Start
So
having those
so
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 babies, those
so when
bills
you
start rolling in, right?
yeah. So Dino, like what I want to do is I want to get people to understand that back then, okay, there was a struggle in the community. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of similar, but worse than what we're going through right now. And a lot of kids were looking for a place to find a family, a home, some place where they can do things that was not gangster, even though sometimes, some of these kids would affiliate themselves with other crews, other people once they leave out of working with and doing breakdancing. So again, for people that don't know, I had an organization called Another Bad Creation,
ABC.
ABC, and was out of Westchester County, and I had the youth in the communities in different places, Brooklyn, Yonkers, Bronx, and different areas in Yonkers, different projects, and taking kids off the streets, putting that linoleum down on the ground, and doing something positive and opening up for a lot of places. Me, Dino, we have history because we did a lot of performances together. I think we went to beach. Did we go to Roxy's together, Dino?
Yeah, yeah, we didn't do too well in our audition. We weren't prepared.
Right, right, right.
Us,
Um,
me and Trust, we weren't prepared for that.
right.
We left for Montana shortly after that.
But if I'm not mistaken, didn't how did we get into the Roxy's at that time?
VIP.
Okay. So at this time, I'm kind of skipping forward, but when we were together, that's one thing that I always had the capability of doing is getting us past the front door. And and when the day that they had the auditions for at the Roxy's, the line was around the corner,
Mhm.
and I remember our crew. I think I'm not. I don't know if I think Tone was there too.
Tone was
And
there, Bill was there. Yeah, it was a couple of us.
And so, at that time when we got to the front door and we got in, the pressure was on. Then Harry Belafonte and Dave
Sherry.
Pickens was up on, and then there was another place where we had to get past, and we got past there. So the next thing you know, we was right there, on the shoot of B Street, and I remember everybody going into the bathroom, you know, um, but I'm not even gonna talk about why that happened, but it was surreal. We were there.
You guys mentioned the Mudmen. Who were the original Mudmen? Was that like your crew, or was it like who was the Mudmen?
It was about 7 of us.
So who's the original Mudmen? And were all of y'all trying to get in on this Beat Street thing, or what happened? Like what's the story behind the Mudmen? Who are the Mudmen?
Okay, let me drop it down. Let me give you the clean version.
Give me the clean version, because you can give me the dirty version, because we on the internet.
He give you the
Let's
clean version. I give you the dirty version.
Here.
well, first, I'd like to say, let me just double check something because
He double checking. He double checking Dino, because he gotta keep everything legit so that we don't get shut down. You know what I mean? We're not gonna get shut down, but we're on the internet, so we can just keep it real. Dina, what was it like breakdancing back in the day with Tone Roan and Bambu and all y'all trying to get into movie roles on the set? How exciting is that? How old were y'all? How old were you guys when y'all were doing this?
Well, I started when I was.
So let me just say that the Mudmen mean men united, not divided.
Oh, that's hot. Men united, not divided. The
Wait, hold on 1 second. 1 second. I just one more thing, because see what happened is, if you give me 1 second, I'll be able to give you that information so that you can have it clear. So the Mudmen is a crew of brothers, right? That came together, that hung out together, in the same complex, and again, Mudmen mean men united, dedicated, not divided.
But back then, the mud meant the hood.
Right. So
a lot of people got stuck in the mud.
Yeah. So there's a lot of it was also a place that would actually, not a place, but organization where you will make a man out of you, one way or another. And it was no punks allowed, no softies. You had to go through a training gauntlet.
You had to go through an initiation and everything, so
yeah, you
just couldn't be a part of the Mudmen, huh?
Nah, you had to be worthy. You had to be worthy, and there's some that made it, and some people that didn't make it. But again, it was.
But so, like I was asking Dino, how old were you guys when y'all started the Mudmen?
I was about 18.
Okay. Yeah.
I just discovered Yonkers. I had never been to Yonkers before. I felt like Wesley Snipes when he in Demolition Man, when he came out of being froze and he was thawed out. That's how Yonkers was to me. It was like Mayberry back then to me. To them, I mean, they lived there most of their lives or whatever the case may be. I was coming straight from the Bronx, the South Bronx. So it was like heaven there because I didn't know nobody, didn't have to worry. I was in my comfort zone.
So back in the days when we first met, me and you, I know you want to say this and you have it in the tip of your mind. I don't know what you're gonna say, but I have a funny feeling that I remember some of the things you said before. How did we first met, me and you? And did you know of some of the things that I was doing in the town of Yonkers?
Oh yeah, I was impressed. You were young, but you were focused. You were respected and hated. In the hood, either you're respected or you're hated. And if you don't have haters, you ain't doing nothing. So I knew you were doing something. The crew that I was with didn't like you. at that time. It was the BVA, the Buena Vista Boys, the Latin Mob, a bunch of Cuban cats from Buena Vista and No Street. They didn't like Bill Truss either. So I kind of broke the mold in that as far as being Hispanic, hanging out with y'all, because the Cocolos they didn't want the Cocolos around. I was born in the Bronx. We all equal.
Okay.
So there was no racial barrier when it came to me hanging out with you, Bill, or Tone. Y'all was my brothers, blood of blood. So
I mean,
I took some,
there's always been a divide, you know what I'm saying? But certain, back then there was a little bit of divide with the cultures. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the Spanish, sometimes it was like with the Dominicans and stuff like that. But for the most part, everybody really stayed together. If we was from the same hood, we stuck together, and we didn't care about where you was from or what your nationality was.
nah, that's not true. In my part of the story, that's not true. I took
Okay.
heat hanging out with you. I took heat for hanging out with Bill because half these cats was Cuban.
Right.
People don't understand that as Latins, we've been trained to hate our skin just like they taught black men how to hate their skin. And people don't hear that. My grandfather slapped me in the face for having one of my black friends come to the house. I'm getting to a point for this, man.
Right.
My grandfather, he's my complexion. My grandmother is your complexion. He married her, had 6 kids from her. I went to Puerto Rico. One of my friends happened to be living in the same neighborhood from my school. Chocolate brother named Johnny. May he rest in peace. I brought him to my house. My grandfather said, "There's no niggas allowed in our house." I said, "Grandpa, what did you just say?" He said, "I don't like no black people in my house."
Right.
I said, "Grandma's black." I said, "Grandma's black."
Let's be careful of the words because you're on YouTube, so they be giving us.
All right, my bad. I apologize to anybody that's offended, but that's what my grandfather said. My grandmother was black as you, Bam. So as a child, I didn't understand what he was trying to say. Like, no black people allowed in the house, but grandma's black. He slapped me in my face.
So there was a racial divide.
And kicked my friend out in the house. So I learned that at an early age, there was a racial divide. So when I got to Yonkers, I had already spent so much time in the Bronx, I didn't think about that.
Right.
But when it came to you, Bam, and Tone, I always got flack from the Hispanics. The ones that was cool were the ones who lived in the projects or in our immediate area. But the ones to the left or the right, they ain't want nothing to do with y'all.
Well, listen, let me give you some advice. Not advice, but let me tell you about that situation. Like when I was in Yonkers, I had a section of people that were Spanish that I was dealing with, and then I had a certain section that was black, and then I had a certain section that was white. Now, there was a lot of people. That's the whole thing. When you doing things, or you doing something positive, or or just where you're from, people are always going to try to hate on you for some reason. Now, back then, was our area a tough area? Yeah, it was. It was. Did we defend the area that we lived in? Yes, we did. And some people like us and dislike us? Yes, they did. So that basically comes with the territory, and I had to deal with that with jealousy going through my career. People liking and not liking me, and whatever the case may be. So I've been through that for many years.
You were the LL of Yonkers.
Yeah. But the thing is that the flack that I got from that movie Beat Street and the jealousy that I got,
that was horrible.
I mean, I remember times somebody tried to shoot me down in Trevor Park, and then came and shot a friend of mine. And, and that was all over jealousy and stuff like that, but, you survived from that, and I made it out of that, and I can talk about it today. A lot of these.
But to me, like Lisa Diane, listening to both of your conversations, it's real disturbing to me that, Dino, you had to experience like you don't want no niggas in your house. Excuse us, YouTube, for saying that type of terminology, but this is real radio. This is real TV. This is
Yeah, but
real social media. We're keeping it real here. The
but
fact
we gotta
that
be careful because we monetize. But yeah, go ahead.
I
the
hold strong to
fact
my
that
African roots.
Yeah.
that you experienced that type of flashback from your family, I'm just like, wow. You know what I mean? Because you're Hispanic, you're a minority. I'm African American. I'm a minority. Like
See, that's
so it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So like when what you just said really, like how did that make you feel when your own family was saying that to you because of the people you were hanging around? Like you
I was
can't have
about
those
8 years
type of people in
old.
your house. That's disturbing. Like you know what I mean? Like because this is the world we kind of still live in. Not to take it on a racial level, but like, how did
I,
that make you feel growing up? Like you and you too, Bamboo.
as
Like
a child,
the blacks and Hispanics, we're all minorities, but
No, honestly, I was. There's only. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. The people that he's talking about is only a selected few. That
hmm
you know what I'm saying. I was known. I know a lot more Puerto Ricans and Spanish. I get along with them with no problem. That's just
right.
like that where he's talking about is a block that that like I said, certain people they're jealous or they got they maybe or there was a fight or something a street fight. Remember we're talking about 1980 something. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so we definitely made it through that. But trust me, I had people that I got along with everybody. If they would have
Back
got
to
to
your,
know me, they would have known that I was a cool brother. But
I just wanted to point that out that I had feedback from my crew. They was my backup. They was my squad. I didn't know nobody else. You know what I
yeah,
mean? They were the first ones I met.
yeah,
But when I met you in Yonkers High. They took me to a show or a dance that they were having in Yonkers High, and they knew you were performing, and they brought me there specifically to battle Bamboo.
right,
wow,
yeah, a lot
Bamboo
of
was
that,
nice though. He was a big dude. To me, I was always skinny. Bam was a big dude, and the way he moved, and I had to respect it. I couldn't hate on him.
and the way he
So
moved, he had like a float with his, he had a nice glide with his move, and we all had different kinds of styles. Now, continue, Dino, because I know it's on the tip of your tongue.
um, he had a girl with him named Jackie. I don't know her last name, but I got to know her afterwards. And to me, it was exciting to see girls dance because I already seen the best of the best in the Bronx. It was all guys mainly. But when I saw Jackie do that, I don't know, it made me have a new love for it. So now
wow.
Bam showed me that you don't always have to be angry.
Yeah,
Bamboo showed me that. You don't always have to be angry. Yo, calm down. Like take it easy, man. There's another way. My way was always my way or the highway.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
He was
and
definitely, listen, let me tell you something. These guys were coming in. We were together. I've always tried to talk positive, but like I said, they don't be playing. But we all didn't play. But it
nah,
is what it is.
Mudmen ain't play no games.
What was it like for
Mudmen,
you training, working with people like Dino and, teaching people how to break dance and showing them the profession from your experience and, what you experienced out in the streets, like, from working, rolling with Dino and different people. Like what made you want to teach people the art of breakdancing and to, you know, why'd you want to do that? Like,
that's for you,
just you
Bam.
were good at it, or
Well,
tell them,
well,
tell
let me
us your
just
story.
let
Like,
me
why'd you do that?
I was the one that was the instructor that taught. I think Dino may have had some students, but Dino and Bill, they were very, when people seen Dino and Bill together, they were slim kids. They were slim, but they had this organic thing that they had that made them look like like they were like floating and their glide was excellent. So their teaming up with them and coming together with them was definitely a good thing. We were in the same projects. I think I was teaching karate. I don't know. There was some point in time where I was teaching karate, and but then I was doing the break dance. So yeah, I mean, we got a lot of history, and we helped a lot of people. We did a lot of shows, and we made it through the storm. And yeah, we definitely made it through the storm.
And it's great to see that you are still connected even to this day. I mean, because when was Beat Street out? I mean, how old were we? We were all
Beat
the
Street
same
came out,
age,
I
pretty
believe,
much.
in the beginning of the summer of '84, right?
Yeah, right, 84.
Because me and Bill had just got to Montana when the movie came out, and the guy from Regal Cinemas wanted us to do a show before the movie started. We got paid like $8,000 to do a live show in the aisles. I had some kids dancing in the aisles and everything. They paid us like $8,000 to dance at the cinema. So it was great for us to represent our culture in some place like Montana.
Yeah, that's
And also,
definitely.
I just want to make mention that Dino has also been around a lot of my ABC dances too as well.
Yeah, shout out to Earl, shout out to Camardi, R.I.P. to Marty.
Marty, yeah, Marty used to be. I used to teach Marty karate, and Marty karate. But I had like Little Bambu. What was his? I forget names that kind of always get past me. But I'm gonna have them come up too as well. But here's the thing. This is the whole thing is that I was like 19, 18, 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Having these kids signing contracts, with the school system, and trying to put together and form an organization, and we always had obstacles. When I say mud men, that means we hung out together. We you know what I'm saying, we stayed together and we stayed connected.
When I tell you people either respected him or hated him, I can honestly say I don't remember ever getting high with Bambu. I don't remember ever getting drunk with him. It was always the art of hip hop or martial arts or something along that lines. It was never anything negative.
Yeah.
When I was
That's
around
what I'm
him.
hearing. Yeah.
And that's the truth, man. That's the truth. I don't remember any time where I could say we sat down and we partied or anything like that. There was never. It was a level of respect when I was around you. I didn't even plan on doing that.
Yeah,
so command. Sometimes you have to command your respect,
mm-hmm.
and if you command it, you can only receive it the way you give it. And that was one thing I think that a lot of people mistake it for arrogance, and it wasn't arrogance. He commanded his respect. When he was in the area, he controlled that area.
Yeah. We let me tell you something. We traveled. We went. I mean, everywhere we went, was. I remember. You remember? Mr. Wave he came from somewhere.
Oh yeah, on Riverdale Avenue in front of the bodega.
Yeah. So at this time, breakdancing was just, it wasn't just coming out, but it was forming into something different. You had pop locking, you had ticking and all of that stuff. But certain people specialize in certain things. So there's this guy that was in the movie Beat Street as well, and he came to Riverdale, and of course everybody wants to battle me. So this guy was able to go down all the way to the ground and look like a snake coming up or whatever. But I battle people. Whether you win or you lose, I felt like I got him. I have a technique, a good style, and I'm still good till this day. I can still do something. But
awesome.
Yeah. I still got some moves. I was doing something last night. But
he was doing some moves last night.
Yeah. Because somebody put me to the test. It was like, yo, Bam.
Do you want to ask what moves was he doing last night?
Yeah, no, I was doing some moves
Hey,
last
the
night.
worm.
Not actually, I don't want to get up. I don't want to have to get up and show y'all actually how
I
what I
want to
did.
see it. I don't
Dino.
believe you. I want to see it. I
But
want to see it.
Yeah, we
I
want to
want to
see
see it.
some moves. We want to
You
see some
can't even
moves.
remember
Drop some
ABC's
moves.
names. I doubt you can remember the moves, Bam. Come on, get up and show me. I got to see this.
Yeah,
let
we
me
want
say
to see
this:
some moves, Bam.
I just ordered a mask. Okay, a Jabberwocky mask. Okay, because see, because of certain entities and people that might be watching, I don't want them to see me actually moving in that manner. Because
Oh, I feel you. I feel you.
if they see me moving in that manner, they're gonna say, well, you know what? Well, you could just move yourself on down to,
Yeah,
and
Yeah,
we
you ain't
don't.
got to
yeah.
say no more. Don't.
We get it. We get it.
So
You
we
can't
don't.
move like we used to, but you can sure instruct people and still train people and empower people and
Yeah.
be that coach.
I
I
want to
get it.
elaborate on one thing. I saw your show the other day, and you were asking Bamboo, him being in the set of Beach Street, did that allow him to be more tempted by the drugs and stuff? And I want to say this for myself. Being around the celebrities only gave us access. My family, my direct family, were the ones who showed me about drugs, and I saw them sniffing or smoking or drinking or whatever. That was
Okay.
learned at home. Those
Wow.
behaviors were learned at home. I just didn't have access. Once I started getting away from the home, away from my mother and my brothers and stuff, then I had access. Then it was my choice to indulge or not.
Mm,
So
powerful.
I think that a lot of people should pay more attention to who they leave their children around, because most of that stuff is learned from your family. I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, no, no.
Children emulate what they see.
Well, we have somebody
Exactly.
back. We have somebody backstage, and I always bring some people up, with an introduction, and this is again, her. She says it like it is. She tells it like it really is. She's been with me for many, many years. She was a break dancer back in the days with me, and she's also co-hosted me, through my things here. And like I said, when I talk about 40 years, the support, the old, back in the days. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't talk no more. I can't. You know
Mama
what I'm saying? I
Rhonda.
just gotta bring her up. You know what I'm saying? Mama Ron in the house.
Hey guys, what's
How you
up?
doing?
Hi
Yeah, yeah,
everybody.
Miranda.
What's going on?
Peace and
yeah, yeah.
love.
We- Love
Yeah.
is love.
So how you doing
Mama
today, Mama Ronda?
Rhonda.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm
You
blessed.
make,
I'm blessed.
how was your weekend?
I had a good, blessed weekend.
Okay. All right, that's
Tell
good.
you, anytime I wake up is a blessed day.
You,
I'm blessed.
you,
Hallelujah.
you know this guy over here, right? This gentleman on the left side. That's
Sure
Dino, right?
do. That's
Rhonda, do you know
right.
Dino?
Hey Dino,
Peace,
how
Queen. How
you
you doing,
doing?
Queen?
Long
Dino,
time
you know
no
Rhonda?
see, Dino. Yeah, I remember Dino.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Dino,
do. Yes, I do. We had them days. We had them days, Dino.
Ooh.
Yes,
Dino,
yes,
you
yes.
What
got
kind of days y'all have, Mama Rhonda? Do tell.
Dancing, dancing, all love. Just like right now,
Because I was
all
like,
love.
that's
I
it,
don't
that's
need to
it.
be the co-host with these breakdancing dudes. You're the breakdancing queen. Like, why am I the one? You
Well,
speak, Mama Rhonda. Speak, speak, speak. Do tell.
Lisa getting excited though. I see her heart beating.
I know
Listen,
it's
we
like,
did it all. But
ooh.
listen, we did breakdancing, we did rapping, you name it, we did it. It was breakdance, but it was a little bit of everything, right, Dino?
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
heard we did a
Well,
little
what
bit of
was it like
everything.
hanging out with all these Beach Street dudes? That's what I want to know. What was it like
No,
hanging out with all
wait.
Awesome.
the like
Stop,
Beach
stop.
Street dudes,
Time out.
breakdancing and all that exciting stuff?
We're
You got
not Beach
moves,
Street
girl.
Well,
dudes.
no, we not. Well, no. That's right. We not Beach Street.
I'm not a Beach
We
Street
not
dude.
Beach Street.
Well, what
I'm the
are
beast.
No,
well?
Was
no,
from the
no.
Okay, now
hood.
That's a negative.
okay,
Nah, we was
Bambu's
Negative.
the
from the
beat street
hood.
dude,
We was a
but all of
dance
y'all
group.
break, but all of y'all was breakdancing. So
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
that
we
that
was a group.
you, Mama
We was like a
Rhonda,
group. Yeah, we
like
was
for
like a
you,
dance
Mama
group.
Rhonda, you're a woman, you're a girl. What was it like being with with these breakdancing guys?
hmm
One of
You
the
was part of
guys.
the crew. Tell me some of
I
your
didn't.
stories. I'm sure you got quite a few.
Yeah,
I think that the main thing is just getting people to
unity.
be a part of something and get them to be
Yeah,
a part of an organization so that they can not go in a route that is negative,
yeah.
and also so that they could be a part of part of something, and so I don't think, I mean, there's sometimes when people got into relationships and stuff like that, and
But it
some
really
Yeah,
maybe
wasn't many.
you
You
know
really
that was
no, you didn't
some
really. We didn't have much of that because it was more like a brother sisterly
right,
type
right, right.
clique. Like we all looked out for each other. And then on top of that, we went to school with each other. After school, we met up. So we had other things other than just us breakdancing together in common. Like it was the hood, like our neighborhood all together. We
I
all
just
grew
want
up
to
in the
interject
same
real quick.
neighborhood itself,
Whenever
and
we
within that came the structure. But I think that the breakdancing stuff, brought us our structure, our unity, knew where we found, that how to connect with other people. That's what the group brought, though. Safety,
just for the
a
record,
destination, hope, like knowing that, no matter what y'all going through, like y'all are
I got your
stars,
back.
like
We got your back.
y'all, right. So that's what it more or less was like. Not just the dancing, because we went to CYO, which was remember CYO, which was like a big game room,
Yeah,
and
community center.
right, and remember Yonkers High, the middle, the Rock, like right. We did it was
She said
a
the
lot
rock,
of big.
man.
yeah.
Yes, yes. So it was a lot of other things also, but that was like our main thing. That was our outlet
hmm
and our giving back. That was where we like, because believe it, Bambu, he had a tight ship. He held a tight ship. Like it
I
was,
always said that.
come on, no clowning around. No, let's get this. Let's do. We got work. It was a job. It was a job.
Well,
He
We
was
got
always
work to do.
serious.
what
We got
Yo,
I'm
work to
Dino, I knew
do.
you was gonna say that. Dino, I know Dino was about to say that. You
We got
know,
work to do.
you said
He
you
was always
second that,
serious.
Dino.
Bam barely smiled back then.
We had work to do.
Yeah,
Like I said, we
yeah,
had
it's
work.
crazy.
It was a job. We had
Nah,
well,
work
what
to
because
do.
I if I can just interject, what I can just see from Mama Rhonda and Dino Maurice is that when when it just seems like you gave them something to do where they could have done other activities, but they was with you. And when they
Right.
was with you, you were on point. Like, like everybody knew to get themselves together when you came into the building because you were on point. So you always say, from what I'm seeing, I was going through addiction, I was going through all of these things, but people never knew because you still had your stuff together, even if you was a little high or whatever you might have been going through on the extracurricular.
no,
Nobody
no,
Same
ever
level of
no.
respect.
seemed to know
Same
it.
level of
It didn't
respect.
interfere with your business,
Well,
according to
first of
Dino
all, let me
and
hold.
according
Wait,
to Mama Rhonda.
Now back then,
let me
I think
separate. Let
it
me
was back
separate
then he was
something.
doing that.
Let me separate
Yeah,
something. And
Different time zones.
yeah, it's different
yeah.
time
That
zones.
lifetime came
Okay.
after.
When I'm dealing with the kids, I wasn't doing drugs. There was no drugs.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
that
saying?
came
No,
I
after.
was right,
That
right,
came after in his story.
right,
That was
and
after
right. So,
during his life. Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I never said that when you was dealing with kids. I'm just saying,
yeah, no, I just
you
wanted,
know,
I don't want it to be, because the way it sounded, I don't want it to make it seem like, like I was with, the kids or whatever at that point in time. But, I just have to say that, one thing that I did is I always believed in these guys that I was with, and I was ready to take them to places so that we could get known and get seen, right?
Yeah.
Right, Dino?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes it was hard when I came back to Yonkers. It was hard to get them out. I was like, "Yo, come on, let's go, let's do this." But
Yeah.
there was times when they came,
Yeah.
and,
We
and,
was
and a
hard
lot
headed.
like
And
and
we trusted them.
there was
We was
one time
hard headed.
we went to the Strand. We was doing something with MTV. I think that was Dino's. I don't know if that was Dino's connection,
Yeah, that was
but
my
Ron Alexander from MTV. We went out there and we performed or something, and they had the dogs come out and attack us in the town of Tarrytown.
yeah.
The dogs came in to stop the party, and I remember, and this is where the Mudmen come in. At that time, hi Zamila, how you doing? I'm sorry, everybody. Peace. Step your shirt up is on the side here. Blessings to you, and blessing to everybody in the chat room. Thank you for being a part of this platform.
Thank you.
But where was I at, Dina? What was I saying?
You were talking about the Strand and how they broke it
Oh,
up and how we were being racially divided, I guess.
yeah. Well, we
That
had
was
there was.
racist. They were all Italian.
I think we were profiled. I think that they looked at the party as something that they did not want in their town, and so they had brought out the dogs. And at this time, we there was no trains to get back home. And I remember that we sat out there all night
We
long, or either I don't know how we walked home, but we always
walked home that night. We walked home that night.
right from Tarrytown to Yonkers. But see, that's the thing about the Mudmen is that we stuck together. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We stuck together throughout whatever situation that came about, and I think that made us who we are today. You know what I'm saying? With all of this stuff that we have to offer. You now doing your music. You know what I'm saying? I want to just let y'all know that this is not only Dino D, the Electric Boogie brother that pop locks and he definitely has music and he has a recording. He has some stuff on SoundCloud. I'm going to put a link in this chat room so you guys can check out some of his music. Um, you know, the thing about it is it just doesn't stop, and that to see that incentive inside Dino is a blessing. It's like he's like a battery, like a machine that just keeps on ticking. He just don't stop. So it's a blessing to have this brother here on my platform today. Let me just
Oh, and I want to interject and say that I am drug free.
yeah. No, definitely. Nah, we definitely don't go down that route. And we, right now we're about, helping the youth and getting them to understand and to see people like us, the people that have been there in the beginning of that dance era that kind of paved the way for certain people in that dance era, you know, um, and which impacted a lot of people's lives and which was needed at that time because there was a dope epidemic going on around us. All right, and a lot of people were on dope at that time, and I think we had a blackout. I mean, it was just a Rodney King. It was just a lot of things going on, and it just in the hoods it wasn't nice to be on 145th Street. You can get hurt. It wasn't nice to be in certain parts of the Bronx. You can get hurt.
I
You know,
disagree.
you know.
I
So
I I disagree, Bam. I never had an issue whether I was on Webster Avenue, whether I was in
Hello,
155th Street and Broadway,
Webster.
whether I was in Riverside or whether I was in River Park Towers. I never had an issue with that. I never had an issue getting chased home or none
well,
of that.
see, here's the
Yeah,
thing. I
some
mean,
grounds with
listen,
DINO too on Webster.
you have
168, 169.
I was a River Park child. Was all every day,
right.
all day.
Well, let me just say this, right? See, I used to be involved with like the Savage Nomads and
Yes. Zulu.
Baby Spades, and I seen a lot of the 5% Nation,
Yes.
and you know it wasn't
Right.
nice. It wasn't nice, and it wasn't like everybody was getting shot up, but you had to fight. All my life I had to fight, so you might have got away from stuff, but trust me, I was living in Washington Avenue projects, and all my life I had to fight.
Uh,
Oh, shit. Okay.
you know.
The biggest resistance I ever had was in Manhattan. Like I said, it was a Dominican controlled environment. I was light skinned Puerto Rican with curly hair, always happy, and for some reason they didn't like me. But I didn't run.
No, you had an afro curly hair.
Yeah, I
Okay,
didn't run though.
you was the
Yeah.
Don Juan. You was the
Yeah,
Don Juan,
DINO.
and then you was over there doing slides, and all the girls loved you. And you, that's where your problems lied, because you was getting too popular and too famous.
And
Yeah, hang
just to
with
address
Spunky
Miss
and
Lisa,
Spanky and them. I remember. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
All that.
Spunky, Spanky,
Spunky,
Sinister,
Spanky. That was all
Macho.
of us, right?
Right.
Yes.
I just want to share something with Miss Lisa. Another thing was when we were teaching, when Bambu was teaching ABC, I started teaching the girls. I told you I found that as something that it was beautiful to me to see a girl boogie and pop and do the cute shit and flip her hair.
Yeah.
I loved it. So I started training the girls. I started training Darlene. My first student was Lolita. Her name is Rashida Aziza Earth at the time. She learned in one night how to boogie. She learned how to pop, wave, moonwalk, all in one night. So she gave the other girls incentive to want to learn.
Mm.
So when it came to that, we never fornicated or did it with the intentions of sleeping with any of our students. We had to keep that level of respect.
Ah. See,
And see,
so
After they learned, that's
yeah,
a different story. But while they were learning, now we ain't get down like that.
well,
so
see, I
it
was,
was just so much. Right now, and me, like you said, Lisa, being the female. Now I'm gonna give you the female perspective because not many of them are here to talk about it. But it was more or less like, yeah, they were the big brothers. They were the big brothers. They were very overprotective with us. They were very overprotective. Even when the other guys are, yo, what's up? What you looking at her like that for? Nah, nah, nah. They
I
no
like that.
matter what, when they would be like, oh, do that move again, like, nah, 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 yo, watch your mouth. It was always
Right.
that. So it was So no matter what, like, right, it was no game, no jokes. Like, and people knew, like, don't
Brothers.
they ain't with it. And when we came together, we left together. Leave no man behind. No
And I
matter
think
what, we down.
me and Bamboo were always a little older than everybody else, so we had to keep that level of respect. Like I
Yeah.
said, he commanded respect, so I couldn't see him sleeping with any of his students because they were so much younger. Uh, as for me, like I said, I already had a girlfriend and a baby, so I wasn't trying
He
to
was
get.
mean. He was mean. Nobody wanted to try and sleep with him anyway. No.
well,
Bamboo.
no,
Not me.
you know what
Not
it
me.
is.
What to us? It was like, because
Okay, hold on,
after a
hold
while, we
on.
used to get together like, Dad, he just yelled. Like, so it wasn't no, I'm going to go with, nah, it was, I yelled at. Like, it was
Speak your
that type.
mind,
You know how
sister.
your brothers do? So it was never not, you would never, no, not even that atmosphere. It was so much going. We just did so much.
Did
Always
we?
someplace
Well,
to go. And then the detox. Because it wasn't all dancing. No.
so,
Because when somebody had a problem, No, we all sat around and we
Oh
talked
yeah,
about
we
it.
came right together.
So right, it was. That's what I said. So them nights when somebody couldn't go home because things was going on. No, we
Come to
all
my
we
house.
all broke night.
Not-
We all broke night with that one person. Yeah, we did. We got in trouble, but we all broke night because that person couldn't go home. So we all broke night. So it was a lot of different things going on. Yeah.
And also I had at that age, I think I was 18 or 19. I signed a contract with the Board of Education, and I was able to bring all of my kids with me to perform at every school. And so that's what I was doing. That's where I had to become serious because I was dealing with people were looking at me. I was only 19 something years old, and I was dealing with these adults and telling them what I bring to the table. And I had to be professional about it because if you didn't, you would leave without having, given people money. And, sometimes, they did not pay me. And so I couldn't pay, the people that was dancing with me because I was always, willing to give something to somebody. But again, being that I was the leader of ABC, I had to take the money and either buy food for them to eat, right? If whatever money that we had to get, I had to feed them at least. There was times when we had a performance in Mount Vernon Memorial Field where a guy named Gilmore, who had a strip club in Mount Vernon, threw a show in Mount Memorial Field with LL Cool J, Dr. Jekyll, and Mr. Hyde. And I don't know if you was with us on that one, Dino.
No, I
Uh,
was doing the murals. I was doing the murals in Yonkers for the city parks.
yeah, I think you did. You heard about this one, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I heard it. I heard
Yeah.
too.
So it was
I heard.
so what happened was Gilmore at the end of the show, Gilmore had ran away and he didn't want to pay us. So I had to chase him all the way to
Oh
his
yeah, yeah, I remember that, Bam.
yeah. So I think I was telling Rhonda about that too, Lisa. Um, you know, there's a lot of things, a lot of pieces to the puzzle. There's when it comes down to ABC and the things that we try to do. And actually, I had a couple of kids that were dedicated that used to go to me with me and perform at the Fever.
You
Um,
know, not to interject, one thing I never hear is the DJs getting their roses and their flowers, man. Because if it wasn't for Mr. Magic, Red Alert, uh, Curtis Blow, uh,
Yes.
Cool Herc,
Cool.
uh,
Yes.
um, Paco Rabanne from WBLS, if it wasn't for the DJs, I don't think we would have got the exposure that we needed to get to the level that we did by '83.
Wow.
yeah.
When,
So so
when they realized that the crowds like to see us dance, when they would have parties, Mr. Magic would invite us. He'd come to the projects and pick us up in the van and take us to whatever show he was doing. So
right.
big shout out to Mr. Magic, big shout out to Red Alert, big shout out to Flash. My life took me out the streets.
Well,
It made me
let
feel
me
like I was worth something, like I could accomplish something when they told me I was nothing. My father, the first time he ever gave me a compliment was the first time he saw me dance. I already had a child. He said, "I'm proud of you." I said, "It's about time, Grandpa."
Wow.
Well, Zamila Williams says, "Is breakdancing still a thing?"
Oh yeah,
Yes.
oh yeah. BC,
Great
Dino.
question.
let me tell you what. Breakdancer right now, I wouldn't want to battle none of these guys now. They elevated the game so much that I appreciate watching these guys nowadays take our stuff, and it's like having a robot from the 60s and putting them compared to RoboCop. Is no comparison to what they've done for the style. Some of the moves are still the same. Signature moves are signature moves. But the way they combine it with the gymnastics and all the extra is like putting the Rocksteady crew together with the Dynamic Rockers, with the New York City Breakers, with Shake and Bake. They put it all in one.
And the funny thing about it is now that it's going to be in the Olympics, now what I want to try to do is I want to start interviewing some people that are part of that the Olympics and try to get be a spokesman somewhat, because the people also, like you said, people are not getting respected. The old school break dancers, are not being respected because they're the ones that's supposed to be on judging these shows like Dancing with the Stars. So you think you can dance, but meanwhile, we don't show love to the past people that actually brought things into existence. Yes, breakdance has changed. It's different, but when a person comes from the essence, they know how certain movements work, and they can see good stuff. So listen, this is a shout out to you all, Dancing with the Stars. And so you think you can dance? We want to let you know that we got some judges here for you, and you need to give us a ring. That's Dino right there, Dino Benitez. You can check him out on SoundCloud. He's got his music, and I got a program, Salve program, and we still, I still got kids dancing at this time now. So we continue.
One thing I wanted to say is, if you don't evolve in whatever you do, it dies.
It does. Yes.
So
Gotta keep it
I'm
going.
glad to see the evolution of hip hop where it's come. Now the rapping thing has got me concerned because too many young brothers are dying now, man. I remember when rapping was the telling a story of something you went through, kind of like what Slick Rick did, where he made a change from being him to the kid he saw getting shot by the cop, or whatever the case may be. These guys don't realize that if you kill one man, you kill 10,000 people. And I'm 55 years old, and I just realized this the other day. If someone would have killed me back in 83, or let's say 85, I would have never had my 6 kids. I would have never had my 23 grandchildren, and the children that they're going to have, and the children that they're going to have. So I think that we should concentrate on making hip hop an art form again, as opposed to a personal beef or running up on somebody and shooting them on Facebook Live. I do not condone that.
Wow.
Yeah. No. Me
Now
neither.
you do the math. If you kill one man, how many people have you truly killed?
Ha ha ha. I like
Not
it.
just one.
No. No.
All right.
His whole future, Bam. His whole future, Bam.
You kill
Yeah.
many. Kill
And
many.
this is something I want to express to them because I feel like hip hop changed, and not to place no blame, but NWA changed the game for the MCs in hip hop. They made it gangster. Brooklyn and the Bronx, we had our little beefs here and there, Queensbridge and Kingsbridge, but it was never no straight out
Like it
direct
is.
murder beef.
Nope.
Once the West Coast got involved and made it that G thing, it changed the game forever, bro. And we got to bring it back to what hip hop was meant to be. Hip hop was meant to be fun, educational, recreational, aspect of fitness. Now they're just running up and killing you while you rapping on the phone.
Yeah, we're
So I'm
definitely.
talking to all the conscious brothers and sisters. We need to spread this message. If
That's
you kill
real
one
conscious
person,
messages.
if you kill one person, you kill 10,000 people. And people really need to start looking at this, man. I just realized it the other day, and I'm 55. So there's no way they're thinking about this.
Yeah. So and I have to say, just like if you kill, God forbid, someone that is a legend, you're not only losing a legend, you're losing everything. You're losing the history, and you're losing a lot. So the times definitely have changed from where we've been, but I know that I don't want to down the young people. I try to be, but no. But here's the thing. I'm not down. Here's the thing. the whole thing that they're doing with the shooting and stuff like that, that's definitely out of line. It's not, it's not something we was doing. So,
I'll tell you what the difference is, Bam, and this is the difference. The difference was we chose not to be gangsters so we could be breakdancers. Now the the gangsters want to be rappers, and they mix the two. That's the problem. Sometimes when you mix the two, is a bad reaction.
yeah.
And the
Gotta be a
bad
role
reaction
model.
was mixing those two
When
because
you're out there, you gotta be a role model. That's what you should be.
we
Nothing
had
else.
crews, and we had crew beef block to block to block, but it was never over a dance contest or a dance competition. It was over something else.
Right. So the overall thing of the overall picture, just I want to put it in a whole bowl, is that you know you know breakdance saved a lot of lives, just like he said. It saved a lot of people from doing stuff that that was not good. And I think now we need to go back to the way we did things before, and people in the community start to become leaders and lead and take the time out to do stuff like what I did at the age of 19. Now, if I can do it at the age of 19, why can't somebody do it at the age of 30, 35? You know?
They don't care.
But the thing is that people are selfish with their time.
No. What it is people are scared, Bamboo. People are scared. Nowadays, you can't go chastise somebody's child without the mother coming out trying to shoot you or the father trying to get at you.
Well, I'm on Miranda.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on
Yeah.
Miranda.
That's a fact. They do that. They
I
definitely-
get you. But I'm on Miranda, and I'm sorry. I still do old school,
Me too.
because at the end of the day, if I gotta sacrifice, I just gotta take a sacrifice. Because at the end of the day, I'm not, and I refuse to stand around and see two kids fighting in front of me, and I stand on a gate or whatever and watch, or I just walk off.
But
Nah.
at the same time, I think what he's talking about is, I think he's talking about, like, when we go out to do good works, and then then, and I've worried about this too, trust me. But you know what? I said to myself that I can't be scared about that. That's a chance I got to take. Going into the hood, like you're saying, Rhonda, you're from the old school, Rhonda. Lisa's from the old school, right? Lisa, right? There's certain things that we won't allow to happen, but trust me, sometimes when you're in the projects, things happen, people get angry. So yes, we have to do things differently now. It can't be done the same way it was before.
The rules have changed.
Yeah.
The rules have changed. The rules have changed, but what it is now, I just pick and choose.
Can I say
my
something?
battles. I pick and choose my battles, because just because somebody's yelling at me don't mean I gotta yell back. Because sometimes if you just be quiet enough, it gets quiet. Because it takes two. It takes two.
The reason that I pointed out, when you kill one person, you kill 10,000 is for this reason right here. When crack came out, a lot of people, they didn't have no leadership or no guidance, because the mothers and fathers were out in the street doing whatever they did to get whatever they needed. It was a big gap left behind of kids who were not monitored or not given a leadership or a leader to follow. They had to figure it out for themselves. I know a bunch of kids like that. And those were the ones I tried to help. The ones whose mom was out there getting high or the father was in jail. Because it leaves a gap. And these gaps that are left hurt us as a people. Because you don't think about it, but in 20 years, what's it gonna be like with all these fathers killed? Now the mothers are getting killed too. So now you have orphans. So it's leaving a gap, y'all. It's leaving a gap. We at war. For what reason? I don't know. We know why, but I won't go there. That's not for that. But we have to be consciously aware of the gaps that they're trying to make in our history to fill it with other stuff.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Tone Roan, and I don't mean to interrupt you guys. So you can come in. Let's just come in one at a time. Step your shirt up. I Am Unlimited says breakdancing is on YouTube. They have break battles every year. Also, breakers are global, especially China and Korea. Zamila Williams says, Mo, were you an extra in the movie B Street and that TV show? No, I was not an extra. I was a stand-in for Guy Davis. I did run around the set and try to get into different parts. That is a long story about how that worked out, because they had a whole bunch of break dancers in one room in the Roxy's, and they told everybody they wanted everybody to audition for the next part. So they made everybody dance at one time. All right. So when everybody danced at one time, there was no room on the dance floor. So I got up on top of a speaker and I was doing my moves, and the guy called me down and he says, you can come into this part right here. But again, I was a stand-in, and a stand-in is a person that looks like the star, and when he has to go do this or do that, I stand in for him for technical reasons. If there's a shot that they need me to be in, they'll put that in. But that's a stand-in.
But see, the problem with that is when the movie's wrapped up, they clip a lot of stuff. They cut a lot of extras to make it fit a time. And a lot of people were cut out of that movie, man.
No, for real. I mean, that movie Beat Street was so large that and let me tell you something. I went to Harry Belafonte and Dave Pickens on the set, and I told him, I said, make sure guys you get me in one of these things, get me in here. So they made sure that I was at least seen, and but is a blessing because a lot of people were in that movie and they weren't seen. And Rhonda, knows, she's been here and at my house, and she knows that I have on my messenger, I have a message that says call Harry Belafonte. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to ask him to give me the other footage, the footage that they did not put into the
cut
movie.
footage, the cutouts.
So that's what I'm doing. I got to get in contact with him before he passes away.
And like I said, I blew my audition for Beat Street, and shortly after that, I didn't get to re-audition because we left to Montana.
Yeah.
When we got to Montana, we were the biggest thing in the west, but I mean Northwest. But yeah, it was fun.
And what people don't realize is that I said before he passes away, there's a lot of people that exploited us as dancers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people came into the community and they took from us. They took our culture and they got paid off of it. You understand what I'm saying? So what it's happening now, we just allowing it to happen over and over and over again. And then you become a CEO of the record company. And as an African American, you do the same thing to your own people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
So when you say, if I can interject, when you say you were exploited, like what can you do to go back, and in what ways do you feel that you were exploited back in your youth by these Hollywood executives? Like how do you feel you were exploited, and what can you do to remedy what happened to you, and can anything be done moving forward so that we can educate other people who are going through these same situations? Because everybody's in Netflix. Like, you know, people are in movies. There's all types of different productions and things you can get into. So, what, when you say you were exploited, in what ways?
Dino, Dino might have something that he might be able to put to this. Have you seen that, Dino? Because I have definitely seen it.
I saw it. I saw it with the graffiti when Mayor Koch banned graffiti and made it against the law. A lot of the advertising companies stole our lettering, our ideas, because we didn't have it trademark or patented. They were able to go steal I don't want to say steal or utilize our styles, our lettering, and then 10 years later, everything you see from the Kellogg's box to the Nike commercial have our style of writing.
Wow.
That's an exploitation that I saw with my own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the breakdancers didn't have LLCs like Bam was talking about the other day. They didn't have trademark names and stuff like that. I think the first ones to really do it, to my knowledge, was Rocksteady and the New York City Breakers. They trademarked their name. They got the LLC and so on and so forth. But a lot of people didn't know about that.
Right.
So they were able to steal it and make it their own. If you didn't want to do what they told you, they get somebody else to practice your moves in the video, and they'll blot you out because you don't have a contract.
Wow.
And
so it's called getting bumped off.
And a lot of times, what they used to do was come into our hood, and they would want to see, like with my kids, they would want to see, them perform. They wanted to film. They always had a camera. They always wanted to come and film us. And I think that I don't think that too many people in Beach Street got paid residuals. Okay, so I'm just going to put that out there.
The main two crews.
Yeah,
the main two crews got the residuals. The main two crews, that was New York City Breakers and Rocksteady. They get residuals from that.
Right.
Wow.
Right. So, there was a lot of exploitation of dancers. And again, there was a lot of dancers out there, but
so basically you're saying they would come into the communities with their video recorders and record your footage, and then go do other things with it and never give you guys the credit for it and made money off of it. Is that kind of
right?
What happened?
Once the college students started getting wind of the hip hop and feeling the vibe, they had more of a business mind. They had the management training. They had the connections and maybe people with some money to back them up for their little ventures and stuff. We didn't have that. If our manager
they basically stole all your content and all the things that you created and all made.
If our managers,
LLCs, they knew what to do, so they kind of, sponged off of you all and took your content, is what it sounded like to me.
Right, but you can't prove that. I mean, certain people know the signature move, certain people know the box moves, certain people know the tick moves that we do that are our own. But then you have a lot of biters that will bite the style and go show somebody and act like it was theirs.
Wow.
And then
shout out to Lockatron John. Shout out to Kato.
Well, just look at this. Look at this. Back in the 60s, when they used to have the bands, the 4-guy bands, there were times when people somebody would say, listen, they're going to take your music, but we're going to give it to this other band. We're going to give it to this other band because they've looked the part. But
at least they told you. At least they told you. You didn't look on TV and see this guy doing your move or see your lettering in an advertisement. Like, you know how long you would be tied up in litigation and the cost to have a lawyer if you have no funding?
Right.
You can't. You lose. The corporate. They sell out of court, give you a couple $100,000, and tell you to break out.
While they make millions. That's
right.
How it works.
Yeah. Over and over.
They call it a nuisance fee. They give you a
Another thing I
minimum
want to point out,
$10,000 to go away, and meanwhile they make millions. It's really
what we're
sad.
talking about right now, I feel that's what Flashdance did with the breaking. They exploited us to a degree.
Yeah, and also we are breaking. Yep. Yeah, they took
I
some.
feel like Flashdance was the one who opened us to the corporate market when they saw how people reacted. Not everybody was running to see that girl dance and drown herself in buckets of water. They were going there to see us.
Right.
And Crazy Legs and Mr. Freeze represented the best they could. I believe it was Ken Swift. Yeah, Baby Freeze, a couple of them. But they had the right mindset to get the LLCs, the trademarks and stuff. I think they might have done that right after that movie because they didn't get paid what they were supposed to. I don't know. But to me, Flashdance was the one that exposed us and showed what we had to give and showed that we didn't know what the hell we was doing when it came to business.
Yes, that's a fact. Jay Hopkins, hey, my brother, thank you for coming in, and I appreciate you for coming back on the platform. He also says he remembers that, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. Zamila Williams says this is why education is a key. But here's the thing, right? A lot of times, right? Some people grow up and education is not what they want to do, right? They want to do things like help other people, right? And or they want to do, or they're into other things. And so, yes, education is the key when it comes down to business and being able to, understanding what a contract is and all that stuff, and knowing how to manage your money, and stuff like that. But you could be a drug dealer on the street, and I don't mean to use that as a reference, but some people know how to manage their money. Do they know how to manage it the right way? Do they know how to budget it the right way?
Well, I believe that when the war on drugs came out, a lot of the drug dealers had to clean their money. A lot of them opened up record labels. A lot of them opened up different things because the feds was not having it. So that drug money trickled into the hip hop world and our arena, and pretty much took over.
Yes.
Because
And
I
whoever
can
doesn't
say,
agree with that,
so
I don't care if anyone agrees or
Dino
not. That's
said,
my opinion.
No, you're correct. You're so correct.
Yeah. Back in the day, hip hop used to be about love, our experiences, because we are the hip hop generation. It wasn't about killing people and shooting people down in the studios and all this crazy stuff that's going on. Original hip hop was about our experiences and what we experienced as a people. So
I can say
Dino,
this.
a lot what you're saying, it resonates with me because just look at it. Just
I can say with a clear mind that when I was dancing, I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't shoot anyone. I didn't stab anyone. I was letting my negative energy out on the dance floor.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You have to have an outlet for that negative energy. And I let it turn to something else.
We used to, listen to the raps that we grew up on, Friends.
No
I mean,
cursing,
like
no
the
nothing.
rap, the content was not like kill, murder, and destroy. We had like happy lyrics.
It was
like a burnt
it was
piece of
poetry.
bacon.
It was like poetry.
Come out and kill you.
No, it was like poetry. It rhymed. It was a story, and there was no profanity, and because they used their words. They didn't need to put in that profanity. You know
when I realized.
Let me just say one. Let me say one thing before you get started. I'm getting a little feedback. So when you hear a space in the middle, and you able to come in on the space where there's quiet, because I'm getting some feedback when everybody talks at the same time. So like say if I stop for a minute, and then you come in. Okay, go ahead. So continue, Dino. What were we saying?
I was gonna say that one day I was at Roxy's, and this is when I realized they was peaking our style, Bam. I'm dancing, I'm doing my thing. I think I had a battle with Clown that year. And I looked to the side, and that dude Leroy from Fame was standing right there watching us the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Leroy
That's
from Fame.
yo, that is not no exaggeration. He was standing there with his arm folded, with his eyebrows. I said, Leroy? He's like, yo, my name ain't Leroy, man. And after that, I became a little
Leroy
more
from
private with my
Fame.
stuff after that.
Fame.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, Dino. Like, we've been through a lot, and we struggled a lot, and it's not, well, I'm not gonna say struggle, but
Leroy
we
from
survived the
Fame.
storm. Now, like back in the days, a lot of this stuff helped us to stay off of out of the streets. Did you ever hear of any karate schools that I had back in the days when we was on
Yeah, I
Riverdale?
think that was it was still going on when I made it to Yonkers, but I wasn't really like I said, you doing your own thing, Bam. I believe two kings can't run a castle, so I let you do your own thing, and I made my own lane. But I did hear about the karate school.
Right. Yeah. And I had a guy named Chuck. I had Chuck. Chuck was a part of the karate school, and this is what I'm talking about, where I lose a lot of my. Sometimes I can lose some of my students to the streets,
You
right?
talking about Black Chuggy?
Yeah, Chuck. He
Okay,
was able to do backflips,
that's my
right?
brother.
And I had taught him martial arts, and he went out there and he used his martial arts the wrong way, and
Mm.
somebody killed him. Okay, so and he was only, I think, maybe 18, 19, or so, I don't know, something like that. But there are some success stories, and then there are some that don't make it. So, me mentally, that messes that used to mess with me mentally when I teach somebody, and then they go on the next.
Yeah,
Just like,
you're responsible.
yeah, just like Tone and Bill and even Dino. I've always been talking positive, and and um, sometimes situations happen, and it breaks the algorithm of what we're trying to do. But the thing about it is that everybody has a destiny. And I also had a rough time, so we made it through a storm. And we're here today to talk about it, and really today, not only that I wanted to talk about myself, but I wanted to also give you your flowers, Dino. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
I wanted to give you your flowers, you know what I'm saying, because you made a lot of difference in a lot of people's lives. And a lot of people saw you dance, and they seen you and Dino dancing, all of us dancing together, and they remember us. Look at Jay Hopkins in the chat room. There's more people that remember us, so that means that we left a legacy. Zamila um, says, who are some of the rappers in your time?
Huh. My first
Um,
rapper was the first rapper I ever heard was King Tim the Third, and I was in Washington when I heard him. By the time I made it to Manhattan, Sugar Hill had just dropped that Rapper Delight, but it had already been playing in other cities in Maryland. When I made it there, Spoonie G, um, Grandmaster Flash, Cold Crush 4, Shy Rock and the Funky Four, Master Dawn and the Funk Committee. Those were the ones that I looked up to, but I wasn't a rapper. I was a dancer, so I appreciated the music. I was more leaning towards the DJ aspect of it at that time, and the graffiti. Like I said, the dancing came third, and the rapping came last. I can spit bars now for days.
yeah, so yeah, no, definitely. What about you, um, Rhonda? What are some of the musics that you remember? And I'm gonna go to Lisa after this. Rhonda, what are some of the music that you remember when it came down to rap back in the days?
Like he said, Sugar Hill Gang, the Furious Five, um, the Soulsonic Force,
Treacherous 3.
the Treacherous Three,
My heartbeat.
um, or was the Fat Boys.
Yeah,
Man.
You
they were
know, like yeah, Crisscross.
oh,
And Lisa,
Yeah, right, Crisscross.
yeah. Lisa, what about you, Lisa?
I'm
yeah,
a
Miss Lisa, drop
diehard
that, spill
Queen
that tea.
Latifah fan. Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah. She goes way back, you know.
So
I love
Lisa,
Queen Latifah. Ladies
Lisa,
first. You know, remember she was the conscious movement for the women who was like, don't be calling us a bitch.
Bitches,
You know, you
right,
gotta
right,
give
right.
mad props up to Queen Latifah because
Well,
she was always the one that demanded respect from all y'all male rappers out there calling us bees and hoes. Queen
no,
Latifah wasn't having it. So
you're
yes,
right.
Queen
I
Latifah
had
was
a
my
lot.
pick.
I can say
Latifah's
I had
headed
a
up to
lot.
here. What?
I I can say through my walk I had a lot. Like, for instance, like Pow Wow, that's my brother, So there's a lot of people, you know, um,
That
being
contributed.
in Queens, Salt and Pepper.
Salt
I
and
learned how to
pepper,
DJ from Spinnerella, like
Moni in the
back in my
middle.
day, right? In being on Hollis, right? It was I can't
You
Run
see
That
them?
was my
DMC.
crush.
Oh, Run DMC, like yeah, I was in the basement with them. I remember I had my brother in their house, Run DMC and all them. So
The
I
boss
grew
is
up
looking.
with in the limelight of a lot of them.
So what about you,
So
Bamboo?
I got a
Who was your favorite hip
a
hop
lot,
artist?
a lot.
wow, that's a good question. Who was my favorite back then?
Melly Mel.
Oh man,
The message was big.
Yeah,
yeah,
the message
well,
was
yeah,
big.
yeah. The message was big. I knew Melly Mel, and there was a few groups that were underground that because really I was into that underground hip hop. I was into that stomp your feet. I used to wear my leather bomber with my Timberlands, and
Okay.
yeah,
8 ball jacket.
my 8 ball jacket. Got my Egyptian musk on. I got the oils from the Muslims. You know what I'm saying? I got my face nice
Zulu
and
B.
I got my Zulu Nation beads going on, and you know what I'm
Oh
saying.
gosh.
But back then it was hip hop. It was love, and you know what I'm saying. It was not just it was hip hop. It was the birth of hip hop, and that's why people like us that have seen the birth of hip hop.
Yes.
If you wonder what hip hop was about, you look on this screen here and you see my brother Dino, and you see Rhonda and Lisa. She wasn't doing electric boogie, but she's down with the hip hop. But when you see these faces and you say this is history, man. These are legends, man. I mean,
Well,
in order for you to know where you're going, you got to know where you came from.
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you don't give the flowers to the people like I just gave to my brother, you know what I'm saying, for his contribution to hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And see, a lot of people don't get recognized. And you know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
was teaching cowboys and Indians how to break dance.
I know that's right.
I
So
was teaching
Oh,
cowboys and Indians how to
do a
break dance.
throwback.
That's so
And y'all
deep.
know about that Hip Hop Hall of Fame now. That's right.
Nita H says, flowers to you, Dino. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
You know what I'm saying? And also Zamila says, speakless, Lisa. You know, and Anita says, your oils from the Muslims and the bean pies. Yeah,
It's fire.
yeah, yeah. The bean pies is fire. Yeah,
Oh,
it
with them
definitely
beans.
is. Oh man, yeah, we used to love those things. But like I said again, I think that a person that's young that has the patience to actually to listen to somebody, or just be on this channel, just being patient enough to say, okay, you know what, I'm not getting tired. I ain't tired. I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna listen to these people because they come from a time that, you know what I'm saying, that is history. So Dino, I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna give you your flowers today, man. You are my brother, and you are Mudmen. Um, you know, Men United, and um, Men United, dedicated, not divided. We've come a long way. Yes, we definitely come a long way, and we've survived the storm. We love you. I love you, brother. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about Dino is that even though we have been through the storm, he keeps one thing golden in his heart, and his belief in his higher power.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that right there, right, has kept him, and it's going to keep you because of your belief in your higher power.
Yes.
And you don't
Hallelujah.
know your storm is going. We're gonna have them storms, but your storm is going to be over soon. You know what I'm saying? Because I know your heart. I know your
Can I
heart.
ask a question? Miss
Yeah,
Lisa, where are you from?
Lisa, me?
Yeah,
yeah.
where are
I'm
you from?
originally from Philadelphia and I live in Jersey, but now I'm down here in Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were from New York or not.
No, she's living a
Um,
good life. She's living out there on the water. She didn't give us a picture today, but I called over there today, and they were telling me that they seen some fish jumping
oh, yes,
now, if you're in a
That's
place where there's
beautiful.
jumping fish, we
it was
know that.
jumping.
So yeah,
It was.
Um,
But yes,
Well, thank you for having me on the show, Bamboo, Miss Lisa, and Mama Rhonda. Nice seeing you again, sister.
yeah, yo, man, yo, we
anytime.
appreciate you, man. Listen, I know there's
Anytime.
more. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you talk in a minute, Rhonda. I'm sorry. I know there's more in the story. We ain't really get to everything,
Right.
but you not don't be a stranger to this channel. You're always welcome to come back here, and speak your truth. This is not just my platform, my brother. This is yours.
Oh
You
yeah.
understand?
One brief thing I want to say. When I came in on the show, you guys were talking about breast cancer awareness and things of that nature.
Right.
I was just diagnosed with adenocarcinoma lung cancer in my left lung, and I'll be starting chemo probably in 2 weeks here with the radiation. I'm telling everybody, put them blunts down. They're killing us with the blunts and the cigarettes. Put them down. That carcinogen, put it down. That's
wow.
real. That's
Oh
real.
boy. Well, thanks a lot for hitting us with that hammer.
I'll be
Uh,
praying for you. I'll
'cause-
be praying for you. The power of
Thank
prayer
you.
really works.
That's right. It
Prayer
does.
Yes,
still
it
Yes.
works.
does.
So you
That's
remain
right.
encouraged and you fight the battle. You fight the battle
What I'm
because
going to do,
you're a
I'm going to
winner.
record. I'm going to record my radiation. I'm going to record the whole thing, and maybe I give
Wow.
it to Bamboo and he could put it on his platform. I don't know, but I
no,
want to make people aware that when you're smoking them blunts, them carcinogens are just disintegrating your body inside.
Wow. I'm so
So
sorry.
well,
I'm so sorry.
if nobody got a wake up call today, I'll tell you one thing. I,
That's
you know,
right. Between Gino and Zamilla.
you
and
know,
God is great, but you have to take responsibilities for what you do.
Yes.
that's it.
So
Yes.
I'm taking responsibility. I stopped smoking cigarettes. Uh, I stopped smoking the blunts. Um, I feel good, man. I feel good. I feel like I got a good handle on this, and I
You
got
do.
some good doctors
You
working
do.
around me.
That's right. You
So
do.
they found it by mistake.
They,
They
they,
found it by mistake. Thank God I went to the hospital. I had a lump in my chest. I didn't know what it was. It's a lipoma. Those are non what you call it, tumorous or whatever.
Right.
In that CAT scan, they saw the spot on my lung.
My God.
So thank God Almighty that technician, he directed him to exactly where it needed to be, man. Because if not, who knows what when they would have found it, it might have been too late. It's about 2 inches from my lymph nodes. It hasn't gotten into my lymph nodes, so they're going to treat it, and hopefully I have an 80% chance to beat it.
Well, you know, one thing
You got this.
one
You
thing
got
that I gotta say is that
no such thing as a mistake.
I just want to say that, you know, also rest in peace to Cool T.
Oh man,
You know,
my
I
brother.
just had to say that, and also
Big up to Whitney Young.
yeah. Nita H says, "We are men united, not divided." That's a word mode. Step your shirt up. I am unlimited merch. It's all good. Anita also says, "Blessings and prayers to you, Dino. God bless. God will see you through." And let me tell you
That's
something.
right.
And He will. So before we are you about to get out of here, Dino?
I'm just going with the flow, Bam.
All right, listen, just hang out. Let me play this. This we're gonna take an intermission, and we're gonna run this video. I just also want to let you guys know, Dino is this video you're about to see. I'm about to premiere right now. Is the music comes from this man right here, Dino. If you go to
That
my
was made in 2012, just so you know.
and it was made in 2012. If you go to my page, okay, and we're gonna put some links up, and we're gonna get all that stuff together. Listen, this brother here is creative with the system, and you know, I felt like this. I felt like you know, I edited it. I edited this thing here, and I was happy to do it because it was the Mudmen, you know what I'm saying, coming together. You know, Tony Rome with his clothing line, which you guys need to, you know, check out. Step Up Your Shirts. You know, he's doing all the shirts for us here. We're gonna have merch.
Yes.
So if y'all want some shirts, definitely, you know, check. We're gonna get the shirts first, and you'll see what they look like. Hello,
I am
Beverly.
unlimited.
Beverly says,
Okay.
"Good luck, Dino."
Thank you, sister.
Yeah, so like I said, we're gonna walk around with this Like It Is shirt, and we're gonna have some I Am Unlimited shirts. But listen, what I want to do is this video here that I'm about to show is very special to me, and the reason why is because I'm doing it for my brothers, and so without further ado, right? I want you all to sit up, straighten up your straighten your posture. You know what I'm saying? And be ready to witness Tony Roan, I Am Unlimited. Dino, behind the wheels of steel, doing his
Okay.
thing. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Blessings, 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 blessings. And again, that's Dino. Dino, Ivan, Dino D, Benitez on the wheels. Music. If you want any music, or if you're looking for some beats, um, we're gonna send a link to you, and you'll be able to listen to some of his beats. I'd like you guys to take a minute to go over there and check out this one that says that some girls singing says about Jesus, or I love Jesus. I don't know, but it's just a beautiful song. I had to sit down today and actually listen to it. The brother got skills. So if you don't mind, go over to his page. Um, Actually, in about 2 seconds, I'm gonna put that up for you guys. So yes, definitely. Good job, Dino.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, online, my name is DJ Paradox, not Dino D.
Okay.
When it
DJ.
comes to the music, I got different names for different things. When I'm doing graffiti, I'm Psycho. When I'm doing the rapping, I'm Mr. Sandman. When I'm doing the production, I'm DJ Paradox. So if you're looking for me on the production team, I'm DJ Paradox 2020 360.
So you're you're a man of different hats,
A man of different.
right?
Every 10 years, I changed my name after I mastered a part of hip hop. It's funny. It's true though.
It's all good though. Listen, let me tell you, we glad to have you here, man. We glad to have you around. You know, let me just put this in the link right now, people. I'm putting the SoundCloud in the page right now. I hear echo. Okay. All right. So that right there is one page that you guys can check out. Give me a second. Let me get the other page, so you guys can also check out that too as well. Like I said, you know, these guys, the team that's I'm connected with is very powerful. And well, sorry about that, people.
Go Lisa.
That was jamming.
Yeah.
Can you make me
That
a beat
song
for
right there was
LPTV?
That song right there was a dedication to Rocksteady for all their years of showmanship and support for the youth. I dedicated that song specifically to the 5 original Rocksteady members.
That's awesome. I like the beat. That's a pretty. It's a pretty
Thank you.
catchy beat. I'm in radio. That's
Oh,
pretty
really?
catchy. That's right.
I need to holler at you then, because I got some music for you. I got
Holler back.
all genres, all genre. I got reggae, I got hip hop, I got R&B. And to the artists that are listening, I don't particularly charge for my music because I believe that not everybody can afford the studio. Not everybody can afford to pay $8,000 for a beat the way they jerking these kids nowadays. If you need some music to get your demo off the ground, I'd be glad to help you, man. All I need is a shout out, and that's enough for me.
That's
So I
awesome.
left his information in the chat, everybody. I left his information. Go check him out. Go check out his SoundCloud. He's also located on Facebook. At what is it, Ivan Dean?
Man, don't get me lying. I have so many Facebook pages.
Ivan Dean Benitez. All right, and I'm gonna put that in the chat. And again, you know, the reason why everybody that's on this panel, people, is people that have been in my life for over 30, 40 years, right? And the reason why I bring this to you is because there's a lot more about Maurice that you guys don't know, and his, you know, say again.
I'm gonna spill some tea right now. Hold up. Miss Lisa wanted some tea spilled on the table. I'm gonna tell you what, Bambu saved my life one day.
Oh boy.
Tell me about it. How did Bambu save your life?
I had broken up with my girlfriend. They took her to Puerto Rico, and I was distraught. And I took a handful of pills and a half a bottle of vodka.
Oh.
When Bambu came to my house, I was just starting to pass out. My brother Bill had got there, and both of them carried me to the hospital. They didn't call the ambulance. They put me on their shoulders. He was carrying my upper body. Bill was carrying my legs, and they carried me to the hospital.
Because you realize your heart could have stopped and you was dying, right? You realized that when you took all those pills, you were dying when they was carrying you to the hospital. If they hadn't have done that, you would have probably been in another place in time.
Yes, ma'am. I do believe that because I had taken some of my father's epilepsy pills. I was depressed. I had a couple deaths in the family, and they took my girl from me. I was done.
Your heart was shut down.
I'm gonna thank you publicly, Bambu. Thank you publicly, Bambu, for saving my life. Because if it wasn't for you, my kids and my grandchildren would not be born.
Nah, it's nothing
and we're gonna do it again, baby.
It's nothing but love, brother. It's nothing but love, man. I just want people
to. What a testimony. How powerful is that, Bambu? He just told you saved his life.
Nah,
really, he did.
And he probably didn't even know. He probably didn't even know.
Nah, well, me and Dino, we've been around for a long time, and we've seen each other. We struck, we like I said, we mudmen.
Through the good times and the bad times.
Dino, all I want to say to you is you were very transparent with sharing your diagnosis with us on this broadcast. So you're connected with prayer warriors. I want you to know that we're all praying for you. You have put it out there in the atmosphere, so you're connected to a powerful network right now. And
that's right.
You just
I think that a lot of people take for granted. A lot of people take for granted because they're smoking these blunts in leisure and in recreation that they don't take the severity of it. You smoke 28 blunts a day or 15 blunts a day. How many cigars, how much tobacco paper did you just smoke?
You educate the people about it. Educate the people about it, because you know what? It's still not too late to turn your life around and change from those habits.
Right.
And you can still, case in point, my mother smoked my whole life, okay? I'm in my 50-something, but when she developed dementia, she forgot she smoked. You know what I'm saying? But as a result of that, her overall healthcare being is so much better because she gave those cigarettes up. And even if you smoke for 50, 60 years, it's never too late. You can still give up and change your lifestyle and have a new beginning to your life. So we're praying for you. It's a blessing that you went to the doctors and somebody else saw that spot. That says to me, you shall live and not die. That says
just for the record,
you're here for a long time.
Testimony is going to be a story for others to hear. So we just talked about this on the last broadcast.
That's right.
Right. I saw it.
So
I saw it.
We are praying for you. We are lifting you up in our prayers. Dino. I am a prayer warrior, woman of God. If I am too. You got me and Mama Rhonda praying for you along with many other people. So all I want to say to you is continue to tell your story. Continue to educate the people about smoking the blunts. And not only are you smoking the blunts, it's still COVID. You're rolling up blunts, smoking it with the crew. You can freaking die. I mean, let's educate the people about it. You want to still smoke blunts? Don't be passing it around with everybody puffing off of it. Smoke your own blunt.
No,
just stop smoking the blunts.
Truthfully, that's the reason. That's the reason I quit, because the doctor told me my immune system will be weak once I start the chemo till I finish the treatment. So he told me that he said if I was you, I wouldn't be sharing your cigars with nobody. I said I already quit smoking my cigars, sir, because of COVID. I don't share my cigars.
Hello.
So.
You lick the blunt and then you pass it around to all the people. You just don't expose the people to everything you got. And, you just got to be cognizant of these things. And this is why Bambu is doing this show. Like, this is why I wanted to align with him to bring awareness to the community about what's out there. And you being transparent about what you're going through. You have cancer. You know what I'm saying?
We're just getting started.
You need to tell the listeners, these are the side effects. Smoking cigarettes, all them Newports, all that money, them $10 pack, $15 a pack. a day, you giving whatever. Just I just commend you for your transparency. I
Yes.
commend you for your honesty. I commend you for trying to save the next, because that's what we're supposed to do. Save the next. You know what I'm saying? They looking at us. You
And,
know, they're
and
looking
let
at
me
us because they don't got a lot of role models.
and let me be the first to say this. All right. Okay. Let's because this is like it really is, and I don't like to be saying talk and then doing nothing. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. Everybody that's got me on Facebook, and you're in my group, right? It's called Real Talk, like it really is support group. Okay. Um, what I need you guys to do is on the outside, after this video is over, there's a comment section on the outside of this chat room, right? Um, I'm going to leave a link. Okay, that link is going to go over to Facebook, and it's going to be like it really is with Bam, like it really is support group. And what we'll do is anybody that is smoking at this time, I'm going to walk through with you, and let's all try to stop smoking, and then let's try to turn a leaf and change the direction of where we're going. So, as of today, go to the comment section, not the chat. Go to the comment section outside of this platform, and I'm going to leave you a link, and that will send you over. I know I'm repeating, and I'm repeating for a reason because I'm serious. And when you come to my group, let me know. I want to be a part of this stop smoking thing, and maybe we can have Dino come in, and every once in a while give us some pointers about what it is, how he made it over.
No, I'm gonna show them, Bam. I'm gonna record it. I got the camera. I got the 4K camera. I'm recording everything. I already got permission from the hospital, from the doctors. I'm gonna record my treatment so you can see what we have to go through if you don't change your course.
Right.
I'll share your content.
Another thing I want to point out is this: that for 3 years now, my mother, she passed away in 2007, 2006. But her spirit had been coming to me, telling me, you need to stop smoking, baby. You need to stop smoking, baby. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, I'll quit in November. I'll quit for New Year's or whatever. I never quit. Now listen to the irony of this thing. The name of the cancer I have is adenocarcinoma. Adenocarcinoma. Carcinogens noma. I mean, if you said it in Latin, it probably sound like that.
It sounds like your name. Sounds like
Don't
your
smoke
name.
no more damn cigars or cigarettes.
Wow.
Wow.
Listen.
No ma in Spanish means no more. Dino carcinoma.
Wow, that's deep.
That's
Receive
my
the message.
understanding of
Receive
it.
the message.
This is how I'm dealing with it. I feel blessed that they found it early. I'm in the second stage of it, going on the third. The doctors are looking hopeful. I feel strong. I'm weighing 200 pounds, so if I lose some weight, I can gain that back. But the struggle is real, man, and I just want to make everybody aware to put them cigarettes down, put them blunts down, and definitely stop using them vapes. They're shooting metal fragments into your lungs.
Mm.
And I'm gonna leave it at that, Bam. I don't want to steal your show.
No, you ain't stealing no show over here. You actually are bringing it to the front. But I'd like somebody to, if you're out there and you want to call in, call 646-969-0459. That's 646-969-0459, and we're going to take your calls, and we're going to see what you have to say. But before we do that, guys, what we're going to do is let you know that I do have a cruise going on, actually with the Tommy Williams show. We'll be going to Florida to go to Cocoa Bay, and there'll be a couple of trips here and there. and I just want you guys to see this footage, and then I want to make a few comments about those bloggers that are blogging and those people writing stuff trying to divide me and my family up. I have a message for you
You whoop
about
your
trying.
ass.
Ain't gonna
Yeah,
work.
yeah. So
It ain't gonna work.
you know, you know, I'm just so anyway. Listen, let me run this here for you guys, and excuse me. And here it goes. I edited this one.
Hey, hey, to all the positive people, are you ready for the Caribbean getaway? Yes, we are sailing to Nassau, Bahamas for 4 days and 3 nights on the fabulous Freedom of the Seas Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. The dates are May 6th to May 9th, 2022. So reserve your cabin now. The rooms are going fast, so get your room as soon as you can. Details are in the link to register, and that is on the YouTube channel for Tommy Williams. And Super Cats, guess what? We have something special just for you, so we don't want you to miss out. And please don't miss the boat. It's going to be a movie, y'all, and CDC safety precautions will be in place. See you there.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. So
That made me want to go on a cruise.
yeah. So I just wanted to before I get into everything else, I want to talk to everyone in the chat. Um, you know, I so love you guys for being so concerned about this bump on my head. I actually went to the doctor and they told me that it's a lymphoma, but what they're saying is that it's kind of like it has blood in it or something like that. So
Yeah.
it's not going to turn into cancer. But
You got one of them Claude Van Damme bumps.
yeah, I just need to pop it, and I just want to let y'all know that
It's in
I
the pop.
yeah, I appreciate you, and I thank you for that. And let's just keep our prayers. But like I said, if you guys want to be involved in that smoking support thing, listen, let's do it. I'm always willing to help out other people and help myself at the same time.
No doubt.
So
Right.
Nita H says, I understand, Zamila. I'm sure it's a little scary, and Mo would love to discuss it with you too. I'm concerned too, girl. That's your man. Take care of him. You funny. Y'all are funny out there. Y'all are funny. But you know what? I appreciate the love that y'all have given, and it's definitely with respect. We've definitely went above and beyond the time. We usually knock it out at 2 hours. But you went to 2.5 hours, and I just want to say again, thank you, Lisa. I know this was not your forte, and I know it's a little different, but hang in there, keep pressing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep step up when you're ready to step up into the conversation, and lead. And I see you had your papers and everything, and that's total dedication. this
I was
thing.
taking notes.
Yeah, because you know what it is. It's not a joke when it comes down to production.
Yeah.
And in
Not
order
at all.
and just like back in the days when we used to do things with the breakdance, yeah, I'm serious about my productions. And
Yes.
you know why? And because I want people to come and I want them to, we got a lot of lookers now. And not only that, no, not the 4 that you see and the 5 and the 6 that you see up on your screen, but the people after we hang up. Okay, there's people coming and it's getting to be more people. And I want to give a shout out to Tommy Williams and his show. If you guys want to go check out his show, please check him out. And I also want to give a shout out to my cousin Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Much love. Our prayers are for you. And I love you. And
We love you, Wendy.
Yeah. And it's always
I love me some Wendy. I can't wait to meet her.
and it's always family first. But let me say this, okay? These bloggers and people writing this stuff, and trying to intervene and interfere in a relationship that comes with blood. I don't know what you guys are trying to get out of, the things that you do, but you've come to the right person.
Send me the address.
Yeah, you definitely come to the right person because you're gonna wake up one day and your computer or your phone is not gonna be working. Okay, so
I'm not smiling. Send me the address. Yo.
Good.
Yeah.
Blessings, yeah. Definitely blessings.
I wanted to ask Lisa a question. What your radio station that you work on, or you're a host on the show?
Yes.
What type of
sales
music?
And I produce radio shows and I'm on air personality. Yes.
What type of music do you play?
What was that?
What type of music do you play?
R&B, old school.
Oh, okay. Just so I can have ideas.
Inbox me. We can talk. I have connections with all types of radio stations all over the world.
Okay, great.
So we're
5 years in the game. That's why I'm hanging out with Bambu, because
Damn, I want to give a shout out to my new artists that are coming out. Despo Terry, The Cartel, Boy Is Bad. Check him out. He's from Harlem. He was born in Harlem, raised in Yonkers for a couple years, and the boy is bad. Jada got some problems when he come out. My son Maserati Drop from the Bronx. He's coming out with his album. We got Dice One from Pontiac, Michigan. He's coming out. So I got about 3 or 4 new artists that are coming out, and I'll make sure you get a copy of the music so you can check it out. Mama Rhonda and Miss Lisa.
Definitely, yes.
Yes. You're connected. Welcome to the network.
Thank you.
Hello.
God is good. I give God all the glory.
Thank you for all your insight and your transparency and all of the great information that you've provided for us tonight, because it's been a lot, and you've been transparent, you've been real. I mean, you guys have enlightened us on so much, the Mudmen and all the, your past history and all the things that you've done up to this point till now. You guys are still connected all these years with Tone Roan, Step Your Shirt Up. Even though you did the track in 2012, it's still popping in 2021, Dino. So keep on doing what you do, and keep on empowering the youth, and keep on, these artists that you're working with. You keep helping them because you have a network of people now that you can connect them to. You got Bambu, you got Mama Rhonda, you got me. It's a network. It's a team. Teamwork.
Right.
And this is why we want everybody to tune into this broadcast, because you never know who you're going to see, who you can connect with, and who can help you take your business or your career to the next level. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You have to be connected, and you have to, just be in the know. So that's why you need to tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to what? Give them the plug, Bambu.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Like It Really Is with Bambu and Friends.
Like it really is.
That's it.
Because
And
we
make
tell it
sure
like it really is.
and make sure you get your merch. We're gonna have the merch, and we definitely gonna be using Dino, some more Dino's music.
Step your shirt up. He can make
You know,
anything you need.
you know, we have definitely, we're gonna be doing. We got again, Tony Rone's definitely gonna be making the shirts, and if you need a shirt, Jamila, don't worry, everything is good, hon. I'm just playing around. I ain't taking nobody out like that. But I just, technically I could take them out though, Jamil. Um, but listen, you're always gonna have haters, and I've had haters for most of my life, and I believe I still have haters, people that knew me for 40 years that are still hating. And you know what? I'm used to it. Come hit me with your best shot, and let's see if it works. But again, let me just go to the chat and just say thank you to everybody. I'm talking about Zamila, Jay Hopkins,
Yes.
Step Your Shirt Up. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Tony Rowan, I Am Unlimited.
Love you.
Nita, for
Nita, Nita.
yes,
Love.
yes. I don't know if I said
And
Beverly.
Zamilla for all her healthcare. I really like Zamilla because she's serious about the healthcare initiatives, and I'm all about health and wellness. Health and wellness.
She got you, Dino.
The
Right,
body's
right.
a temple. You got to take care of it, everybody. You got to take care of it. Get your physicals, get your checkup. You heard Dino's story. He just happened to go to the doctor. Thank God he went to the doctor because other things were discovered, but early on. You don't want to wait until it's just too far gone before anything can be done about it. So preventative health care is key. Early detection is key, but you're not going to know if you don't get that, especially black men, Hispanic men. Y'all don't go to the doctors, yo. My fiance dropped dead at 58.
And that's a fact.
Supposed to be married. We supposed to have a life together.
And that's a fact. And that's a fact. That's a lot of stuff that can happen, in that situation. So again, we just ask people to, just be careful and, be mindful of, the things that's going on in your body. Before we close out, I'm going to give everybody a chance to have a last word. I just want to go through. Zamila is a mess. She's over here cracking up. You're funny. It's always good to have my regular supporters. And Zamila also says we only have one body. One thing about Zamila is, she is a young, old soul. And, I don't know where she comes from. Oh, man, I know where she comes from. She comes from Bliss. But you know what? She has a good heart. And, we love you here, Zamila. You know what I'm saying? You always got a home here to park, and, we got you, girl. So listen, I'm about to close out. So I'm going to start off in the top box, right? And Lisa, can you give us some closing words?
My closing words are health is wealth. Your health is everything. Go to the doctors, get yourself checked out. When's the last time you had your physical? When's the last time you took your loved one to the doctor since all this COVID thing broke out? Be preventative. Make sure that you're okay. Don't be scared. Just go. Just go. Just do it. Tune into this show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because we're always going to have interesting topics that you're going to learn about, people that you can network with to take your career to a higher level. I'm in media, 25 years of experience in radio and television. Bambu, Mama Rhonda, we are a network. We're here, we're on the air because we care and we're trying to help you with whatever. You could be depressed, you could need help with your business, you could need help with your 501c3, you could be going through something. We just want you to tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 10 or however we keep it going. This is a broadcast that we want you to be a part of. Tell your friends to join in. Tell them to be a part of the conversation. Tell them to be a part of something from the ground up because this is going to blow up. This is going to blow up. Nita H and Zamilla and all the people that are watching us right now. I'm speaking a prophetic word. This is about to blow up and go to a whole nother network. So be a part of it. Support the broadcast, support the vision, support Bambu, be a part of it. Help him out. Cash app him. He needs equipment. He needs minimal things to make this broadcast happen. So whatever he asks for in this broadcast, support him. I'm Lisa Diane Hall. Any way that I can support you, I'm here. We're all here to help you, and we can't help you if you don't tune in. So that's my long soliloquy for the day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much for that. Those words. I appreciate you. Dino.
Nah, Mama Rhonda. The queens go first, brother.
Okay, all right. Queen Mama Rhonda, you know, come on now.
And, you know, as always, this is a wonderful experience. Every time I'm on the show, I have a wonderful experience. I'm enlightened more and more. I learn more and more. And the strength, the hope, and just the, you know, awareness is wonderful. And we hope you keep coming, because I know I'm going to keep coming, because Dino, tonight, you just gave not only me, but other people going through this, just a little more hope, just with your open-mindedness. And just knowing, no matter what, you got this beat. You know, and it's awesome. So is the show. Keep coming.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Appreciate you, man. And once again, you know, Dino, giving you your flowers and, you know, letting you know that you are appreciated. You ain't getting my damn equipment, but you appreciate it, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love you. You know.
Oh, look what I built. Look what I built, brother.
I know you done stepped it up. Good job, man. Good. Wow. What else you got in there? That's the booth?
Yeah, that's the booth, man.
I need to know, yo, listen, I heard some of your music. We'll talk later on. But I really actually had a chance to actually sit down and listen to your music. And I was like, damn. I was like, you know what? That brother got skills. And
Thank you.
So again, I just want to thank you again and thank everyone for stopping through. Men, Zamila says, men, don't be afraid of that second prostate check. Zamila is funny. Zamila says, Lisa, great words. Rhonda, love you. Dino, good luck to you, Mo. Listen, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for the support. We'll be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m., right? If you want to subscribe, please go from Facebook over to YouTube. Subscribe to Like It Really Is with Bambu and Friends. Ring the bell, please. If you could do that, I appreciate it. Also, if you can go to the Savir program, right, and you can ring their bell too, because we're about to start with that program too as well. I'm just trying to wait because COVID, these kids coming around each other. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to lose my life, you know, COVID. So definitely check that out. And what else, Rhonda? What else do we have to remind everybody about? Lisa, do you know?
I ain't say my closing prayer yet. I'm letting you finish though.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Unlimited, get your shirts. Get your shirts Unlimited, because they are hot on fire.
You know, I had the privilege of getting a shirt done by I Am Unlimited, and the turnaround time was so fast I couldn't believe I had the shirt on 3 days later.
Look at that. What?
So yeah, tone was definitely on point, and I was pleased with the product. It gave me an idea of what the prototype looked like and what I want to make it look like. But it was a very professional job, and it was returned within 3 days. Wow. So I thank Tony for that. my closing word is during the main part of the pandemic, I think it was like maybe 56,000 people had died from the pandemic. May they rest in peace. And it was about 850,000 new cases. I was sitting on the bed and I was crying, and I was asking God, why? How could you let this happen? And I don't mean to offend anyone in any form or fashion, but what he said to me was this. He said, the ones who believed in me are with me, and the ones who didn't have been judged. Cry no more. And I could not cry another tear, but when I tell you the tears stopped mid-cheek and dissipated, I said, what is it that you want me to do with this? He says, you want to save the world? Start with your children. Start with your children.
Wow, that's deep.
And I leave it at that. All praises due to the Most High.
Wow,
Hallelujah.
that's deep. Wow, and with that, that's deep. Hey, listen, we got to close it down, and I just want to thank everybody again for being a part of this program and platform. Again, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. We'll be doing some giveaways. We'll be giving some giveaways of some shirts and stuff like that. And we're going to be doing some trips. So, hang in there. Good night, Nita. And have a beautiful evening. Blessings to everyone. This has been Like It Really Is with Bambu and Friends. Thank you so much for being a part of our show. Thank you for being on the platform. We appreciate you. Thank you, Dino. Oh.
Power to the people, y'all.
Oh, before you go, Dino, listen, is there a way that, and I'm sorry about that, I had to cut that off because is there a way that someone can contact you if they want to get, be on your Facebook or any platforms, anything like that?
Well, the best way is my email, ivandeanb@gmail.com.
ivandb@gmail.com?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Listen, if you guys didn't recognize, I just messed up the outro, and I had to come back and do it again. I pressed the wrong button, but we're gonna close this out, organically. Peace and love, everybody. Like It Really Is with Bambu and Friends. Love you.
Peace.